We're live.
It's time to turn the music. It's time to turn our lights. It's time to get things
Unmonetized.
started on the show tonight.
Instantly. No, I doubt that would unmonetize it. But oh, dude, what a grab. When
I
they
got you,
first
Spider-Man.
cast Aaron Taylor Johnson, I was so hype. And then they came out with like the next bit of news months later, and it sounds like it's going to be a train wreck. But
Dude, that is
I still have hope because I
sexy,
love Aaron
sexy,
Taylor Johnson.
sexy.
And that's the one that Rob paid $300 over FMV for on principle.
No, not even close. Yeah, not bad for what I think that it was about 250.
You got it for post movie prices because you already know that thing's gonna crash as soon as the movie comes out.
Post movie prices.
I mean, it's no imagination. It's not in the greatest of conditions. There's tape. It's
I mean,
rough, but
most movies will go down. Like even into the Spider-Verse, Miles like kind of went up and then he went back down. It was sitting around like a $200 to $300 book, and then
look how
Rona
clean this
happened,
one is,
and
though. Look at that. Is that clean? Yeah, some Challengers of the Unknown.
I've always loved Challengers of the Unknown.
Yeah, they had some great covers, man. First appearance of Nemesis, baby.
Oh, need that.
Is it the same one?
See, and that right there is why Superman wears pants under his trunks.
It's so funny. I'm all, who the hell wears shorts and a hoodie? Oh, wait, that's California winter wear.
Yeah, that's Indiana too.
Look at that. War of the Worlds, baby.
That one is sick. Is that a one shot or is there more than that one?
No, it's a one. They're all so classic illustrateds. Were all and classic. I think I can't remember what the other name is, but so they're single issue uh trade paperbacks telling these classic stories. There's like hundreds of them, and then they've reprinted them over and over again. So that's like
Yeah.
the Frankenstein one I have is one of these things, but
I
it's but
already assumed that. I knew you
yeah.
love reprints.
Right, and so this guy had like 4 or 5 copies of these, so it was just fun picking up the best one he had. This one was one of the excuse me,
Bless you.
it's from the 70s, but it was in VF condition, and he only wanted like $5 for it. So
That's awesome.
I love myself some War of the Worlds, so that's all good. Good times. Yeah, it was a great show. I mean, it's the type of show. Okay, I don't need to be big now. No,
Oh yeah, you do.
it was one of those
What's up,
shows that
everybody?
you go in. It was basically like a high school show.
I'll still wave back. Done it before.
Backstage, though. Hi, hey everybody, how are you?
Sometimes I wave until someone brings me on. That's the hardest part.
Oh,
Yeah, it makes it difficult.
the waving is the hardest part. I mean, they even wrote a song about that. The waving is the hardest. Yeah, anyways. Um,
Oh my God,
yeah,
it's
no, it
like
was
my
just like
mom.
it was like old school high school gym. Bunch of boxes, bunch of guys local people bringing in their comics, and it was like especially since a lot of the booths were like two different guys, like buddies would come, so that way one could spell the other, and they'd each like split half the tables with their books, and the primarily books that were there were copper, bronze, and silver. Um, from a modern book perspective, most of the moderns that were there, probably at least 60-70% of the moderns that were there were slabbed. They weren't in the raw books, or if they were in the dollar bin books. And then there's a couple guys there with some golden stuff and some pulps and some magazines and whatnot. But so just a great show, and everybody there, since most of them were either small shops or independents and whatnot, every single one of them was whatever, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle. They took it all. They were giving hey, and they're all doing friends and family, so they're all doing cash prices. So you didn't have to have hundreds of dollars of cash on you necessarily. People were giving you cash deals, paying by PayPal or Venmo, Zelle or whatever.
Zelmo.
That's the way it should be.
Right, tickle me Zelmo. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Someone's got to tickle you. Might as well be Zelmo.
That's right. To the millions.
It sounds like a good
millions.
mascot for Rob's Fat Stacks. Zelmo.
Zelmo? Yeah. Sure, why not?
Make him look like Pikachu.
Yeah. That was
Rob's the one texting me about Pokemon stuff now. Can you believe that? That's actually a true story.
I actually can.
So I texted him because I saw I thought he'd appreciate it. I saw a yellow Tesla on the road the other day, and it had a license plate. It was PIKA, the number 2. So it was Pikachu.
So if you want Rob to text you about random Pokemon stuff, follow Rob's.Fatstacks. So obviously I said back, oh, you got a new Tesla. And
that was about the end of the conversation.
For some reason, he didn't message me back.
Yeah, bro, that's the end of the conversation.
There I go, trying to be friendly with somebody and just have it say, hey.
I was friendly back. I was congratulating you on your new ride.
You were in your own way. That's why I'm wearing your shirt again today. So
is it?
Two of you. Yeah. My blue Legion of Comics is the one that represents the both of you.
Oh, okay.
Mark on the front, and you're right there behind me.
How about Marcus with all the swag?
Yeah, he was really supporting the community.
Community supporter.
I didn't feel the love, but I didn't jump on that train.
No one jumped on the train. Marcus did it all himself.
Yeah, it was all Marcus.
Then I really didn't feel the love. But I love that Mark then jumped on the Marcus train.
Yeah, marketing jumped on the Marcus train.
If you don't know what we're talking about, follow Circumstances on Instagram. Or us, or anyone else, because
or us.
We all posted it.
What we had was an explosion of Marcus flashing everybody, the people he loves to support. So of course we had to throw that image on a T-shirt.
I just loved it because it was like the classic T-shirt shops, the classic T-shirt shops that you go to where it's the same 3 people wearing.
Yeah. And it's the same picture too. Like they don't even change the picture. They just
digitally change the shirt. Yeah.
So now we've got a shirt featuring Tyler and a shirt featuring Marcus on the Legion of Comics shop.
That's right.
Who will be next?
Hi, Spidey. How are you?
That's 2. So now it's a thing.
Yeah,
I should be asleep.
It's just circumstantial usage of his likeness.
It's circumstantial. Yeah.
As Becker.
Spidey, you have a giveaway stream coming up
on Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. Your Thursday, right? So
my Thursday. I haven't.
Our Wednesday night.
Is there have you checked your viewership or whatever to see like where your primary audience is located?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Thursday for us.
Yeah, I think the majority of it's in the US.
Okay, so that means you should probably start talking as if you're in the US. Use real time, use real days.
Yeah, use Eastern time. It's definitely easier to know.
I
know you're a good editor.
Oh. When I do it, I'll usually post the Australian time and then I'll post the US Eastern time. That's probably and then you guys, and then everybody can work it out from there.
I'm pretty sure it's 7 Eastern time.
Well, I haven't picked an actual time as such.
Oh,
yet.
okay. Well, it's gonna be 7 then. I just chose it. It's probably gonna be around there. That's usually about when you do stuff. So like
Yeah,
7
it'll
or
be
8
sort of-
o'clock our time.
Yeah, it'll be like 9, 10 in the morning or something like that. Because I know, because Chris has his thing on it, I think at 11 my time. I think it's 11 my time, and I think
Okay. So it'll be a little
so. I'll
earlier.
try and do it, earlier than that.
You got to stop with this my time bullshit. We don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, like doing stuff like when I did my 1,000 subscriber thing, and I was like picking a time that was at least a decent hour in the morning for Australia, yet not yet midnight in England, and telling Mark, "Sorry, buddy,
Midnight in England is a
sucks-
magical time.
sucks to be you that you now have you're on your way home from work."
Oh,
Yeah,
and for the people that are watching that may have watched the original video but not watched the updated video, I have added a Halo slab
Ooh.
Thank God.
to the prize pool as well.
That's a pretty cool book. What is that?
I love Halo slabs. I think he froze.
Yep.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Now we can really get an opportunity.
Now we can really enjoy it. Yeah.
Quick, let me gotta screen grab them.
Put them on a shirt fast.
Oh no, keep them big so I can screen grab them. Damn it!
Oh,
I got
you gotta
you.
be
Hold on.
faster than that.
There you go.
All right, got them.
I'm gonna let him hang out with us for the rest of the stream.
That's right.
Got
Rob, are
that.
you a fan of the Scream movies? You know, with the Ghostface killer.
I watched the first one, and actually I did watch the second one, but I didn't. I mean, I never went back and rewatched them, and I kind of fell off the table after the second one. I think I
They're
watched the
up
first one
to
because Drew
6.
Barrymore was in it, and I watch almost anything with Drew Barrymore in it.
You must have been let down when she didn't last more than 20 minutes. They're up to like number 6 now. Oh shit!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Early.
Yeah, I got there was
kicks and comments.
there was
Where do you
20,
know what time it is?
there's 25. There was 25 today waiting to play basketball, so I'm home early.
Oh.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
I don't
You
know.
couldn't just beat them and then take over the
well,
court.
I mean, there were some good players there. We usually have 10 or 12 play for about an hour and a half, but today was 22. So
What the hell?
Y'all should just play horse in situations like that.
no.
Nah.
That's what you do. That way everybody gets a turn. It's not about who wins, just as long as you're having fun.
And the day I take
He did not
basketball,
play basketball. He's still wiping his face off with a towel from the aftermath. What's happening here?
still sweaty.
I don't want to know why.
He was sweaty just looking at him. That's
The rest of the guys at the gym couldn't play on the court.
Listen, when I'm around that many guys, I'm sweaty.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
Don't
I
look
lost
in their
my voice
eyes,
too.
that's all.
I'm a little bit hoarse too. My throat right here hurts.
all right.
You got something that's stuck in the back of your throat?
Do with that what you will.
Oh, here you go. Here you go, Tyler. We were talking about this before the stream. I love Scream. The franchise is awesome, except number 3. That part. Yeah.
I say the same thing about Halloween.
I haven't watched all of the Scream movies. I have not seen number 5 yet. It came out during like the do we have movie theaters still time era, but I love 3. We're playing.
That's what it feels like sometimes.
I'm sure there won't be an elbow that flies at all in a 10-on-10 game. Oh,
You know, that could be an interesting concept if you kept like an offensive 5 and a defensive 5 for each team, and you couldn't cross the center line. Not that would be
half the time.
Yeah, but then just play. You're playing 5-on-5 half court.
Perfect.
you try,
Vince McMahon needs to patent that idea and sell it. The ex-NBA.
But I guess the only thing interesting about it would be like if you have people that just fucking suck at shooting or whatever, they can just play defense, you know?
I'll go
you
the
suck at
opposite way.
defense,
Put them
too?
on offense only.
What if you
Right,
suck
and
at
just do the
shooting
opposite,
and you
there you
suck
go.
at defense?
Well, then you can just get sweaty with Nick on the sideline.
Yeah, then you're waiting on the 25 guys to finish.
then you can
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Leave that
Fill
one.
in the blank.
well,
Nick, what's new in your world, man?
hey, you know why the chicken crossed the basketball court?
Why is
To
that?
get to Nick's
He heard
mouth.
the referee was blowing fouls.
He said to get to Nick's
No t-shirts.
body.
No.
You're getting t-shirted, bro.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
probably gonna be weird. Your hand out like this. Bow down, bitches.
Yeah, so I was deceased number one if you didn't say because of the glare. Hopefully I don't freeze again.
We definitely didn't see.
So that's the Greg Horn comic exposure. God damn it.
We can replace that too. We can put a different comic there.
We put anything there.
Yeah. Put a picture of Marcus wearing a Legion of Comic shirt on.
Hold on. There we go. Sweating with Nick on the sideline was my nickname in high school.
Yeah, Cole will say that, and then I don't get invites to hang out with him in 22 on the stream.
He's a very exclusive fellow.
I didn't know that anybody talked good things about Halloween 3.
Never seen it.
See, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Yeah, it had nothing to do with the rest of the.
I was going to say, they're talking about the original or the remake.
The original.
Well, I'm talking about the original because I'm old, but I don't know what the hell Cole's talking about.
Mm.
So before I was so rudely interrupted by Spidey.
You were interrupted.
Sorry about that, Nick.
You asked me what was new in my life, and since I woke up this morning, I've been on like cloud 9 because I finally made it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, yes you did.
Finally made it.
We got the answer to the age-old question: who's your favorite Looney Tune?
Oh,
Nick's Kicks and Comics is in fact Brandon's favorite Looney Tune.
Oh, God.
Oh man, I didn't make it that far into the stream yet. You just ruined it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe you didn't ruin it. I think I heard it's a pretty good watch.
He's looking for reciprocal support, so if you could just make a video right back.
I will. I actually have a lot on the docket today.
Did he do a shout out for him? Did he?
He did.
Yeah, like shout out proper.
I think he has to ask you at least 1,000 times what your favorite Looney Tune character is before he does a shout out video.
But once he asks you, he's got your back.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping you said Marvin
have
Martian.
the same one. He hasn't given me a shout out.
Yeah, it's only Nick.
Yeah.
You go through his channel, it isn't like this is a regular thing for him.
he likes you. He really,
There's
really
something
likes
about that
you.
beard. He was feeling it.
I gotta trim it.
Just shave the white. Shave the white part out and just leave.
No, you gotta leave the iceberg there.
Yeah, but he's got these like two separate points that are coming right now, kind of on it, which is kind of its own thing. It's just
just braid it so the next time you're like at one of your kids' events.
That's what I'm hoping for, the Viking braid.
No, two separate braids. Put little beads in it like you get at the boardwalk.
Khal Drogo.
just start drinking from a horn. You'll be good.
Good morning, Alan. How are you doing this morning? Norin, what is going on? Hello. I see a bunch of channel members popping in. If y'all didn't see it, I did post to Instagram, and I do have a Facebook page, a Legion of Comics Facebook page. I've never focused on it.
What?
But here, it used to just be
Facebook?
synced. It used to be synced to my Instagram, where all I do was post on Instagram. It would automatically put it over there at the same time.
Look at that. The first post that comes up.
America.
Yeah.
Facebook.
America.
So it doesn't automatically do that anymore. So I'm having to post one, and I just copy the text and go over there and post. But I put up the January Legion loot stuff. What's going to be in there? The Austin LeMay slab, the BTC books, and the legal burning stuff, and some extra ones that I've tossed in there. I think Rob's seen. I got Blue Beetle.
BTC books you're talking about? Yes.
No, not those. They're different ones.
Oh, okay.
Those are yours.
They might not for very long though.
To
So
quote
is
a
Nick
wise
Foghorn, Leghorn, and Brandon Chickenhawk, or vice versa?
I don't know what you're talking about, Brother John.
Mark, I'll have my dad follow you on Facebook. He will wish you a happy birthday every year. That's perfect. That's perfect.
We're actually getting a nice little following over there on Facebook.
Oh man.
That's
I don't
how
know.
I reached out to Nelson to thank him for something he did for me at Cowtown.
I'm not asking.
Well, I'll actually have a video a little later on.
Oh wait, I know Cowtown. Okay, I'm familiar with that one. That's from where we were hanging out talking to him, and he's like, "Hey, you're going to be there? Me
Mhm.
too."
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
Nice. There's another one off the list.
Yeah, that was my video I dropped yesterday. My Berkeley comic show.
Yeah, I
video.
haven't watched that yet.
I know because you would have commented if you'd seen the ASM 15.
Yes, I would have.
So what's funny is I watch a lot of videos and don't comment, and I happened to comment on somebody's video today, and they're like, "Man, it's a pity you didn't watch the
Oh.
last two." And I'm like, "Oh man, I wish I could rewatch them or something. I wish they were like recorded somewhere."
I never did say that to somebody, but I know it's just more
It's a
like
pity
with,
you didn't watch the
I
last.
just know that if Spidey had seen
What?
it,
Time for me to go to
even if
bed.
he was
Okay.
watching it, even if he was watching it like on the road or something, he'd later on go to make a comment on the ASM 15 just because it's Spidey. So
You know, I saw on Instagram yesterday, I think it was Comics Queen, and she was reading a really nice copy of
14.
ASM 14.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Saw that.
Yeah, it was a funny
I
post.
saw that.
But
ASM 14 was the first slab I ever bought and the first slab I ever cracked.
Jesus Christ!
What grade do you remember?
I don't actually remember the grade. I just remember seeing it at a con here about 7-8 years ago, whatever like that, and they had the price, and I didn't know much about slabs, which I still don't. But I'm like,
Nick, check your
the
IG.
price was awesome. So
Do
I
you-
just
is it lower
especially if you
grade?
compare it
I'm
to
just
today's
wondering.
prices.
I can't remember, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I even
He
looked
doesn't
at the grade.
remember his age. I hate
I just
you, man.
I just remember taking me about half an hour to get into it because I had no idea what I was doing.
So I put up I shared a news snippet thing where James Gunn said that after Guardians 3, he plans on taking some of his regular actors with him over to the stuff he's working on at DC. And I put up a post and asked who people would like to see these actors play. And this is a good one. Bearded Comic Bro was the first one to comment on there. Chris Pratt would be a good Booster Gold. And Norin said Booster or Guy Gardner.
Booster Gold, I see.
Yeah, I think Booster would be better. Mark, I don't see anything from you.
Not from me, Becker.
It's not from you, man.
Oh, yeah, from Becker. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Before we get off the ASM 14, so I collect Disney pens, and this year they're doing a hero and villain first appearance Disney pen each month. And the first one is ASM, or not ASM, Amazing Fantasy 15 and ASM 14. And it's a Disney pen. They're limited edition, and they're super cool. Like I don't collect outside of like Disney pens.
I saw a mate of mine over here,
and now I'm like, I'm gonna have to get these all year. So there'll be 2 a month. So it's not even really that big of a commitment.
Are they the square ones that are they come out a little bit?
No, it looks like a comic book. It's the cover of the comic, and it opens up.
There's no coming out a little bit.
And then it says like first appearance of Spider-Man, and it has a picture of Spider-Man in it. Like they are legitimately cool pens that I think the comic community would love.
Where do you get them?
I got eBay. They're not even expensive at all. People don't really want them because people don't collect Marvel pens at Disney. They want Disney pens. It's just really not a popular set.
I thought you were talking about those ones.
Hold on, I'm gonna make you bigger. No, that's not it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
After our discussion, Mark, last night over on Burke's channel with our buddy, the Comic Viking, I've never been so sad to sell a comic now that
He pulled the trigger.
Yeah, now I'm like, oh man, now I sold that comic.
That's good, because if that's what you'd sell it to him for, I was curious to buy it just to know what you'd sell it to me for, but I wouldn't want to make you think about it without going through with it.
Tyler, do they open up?
Yeah, they open up.
But I have to do it. I have to sell some of these things every once in a while because I gotta make money. I gotta buy other things.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Let's see if I can find one.
These damn ASM books aren't cheap. Well, unless I find them like I found this one. But yeah,
I can't even.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Heroes, talking about finding awesome deals. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be compared to last year, because last year was like the real like coming back from the couple of years that everything was down, but the prices were amazing last year.
So that's what it looks like.
Ooh.
And then it opens up.
Oh, I remember seeing these.
Yeah,
Well, it came out like this week.
Well, it may have been a preview, not the
He
actual.
he didn't say he saw them at Walmart on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were actually at the in one of those vending machines. You know, you put a quarter.
There you go. You put a nickel in them.
Yeah, well, it was a quarter, but
Oh man, prices have gone up.
It has inflation. I mean, it's like buying an egg.
Yeah, they're like 30 or 40 bucks.
Buying an egg. I just thought of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia immediately. Their obsession with eggs.
Well, it's more about the egg prices. But
I don't feel so good. You need an egg?
Yeah, 30 or 40 bucks is not bad.
That's
surprisingly
steep.
for these.
For a pin?
That's super steep.
But we'll spend 30 or 40 bucks on a trash exclusive, but these won't go down in value ever. if they'll only go up. These are limited edition.
Buy one for me. I'll make it go down in value.
If you melt it down to get its money and weight, what do you think it's worth?
I'll sell it to Mad Spidey. I'll send it to Mad Spidey and tell him it's a slab. It'll go down in weight down value real fast when he cracks that shit. Are you frozen? Is he frozen?
I'm trying to get the Jusco Masterpiece covers all in 9.8. There's a lot. Yeah, it's probably going to be. I'm going to guess it's right over 30 of them. When Marvel does those team variants,
frozen again. That's a better pose.
I don't think he's frozen.
Ooh, look at that!
Really, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
he
that.
Looks like Rodin's Thinker right there.
There you go. That's
you got
better.
it, Rob. I'm going to need that.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, and then you put a nice little thought bubble up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Oh, here, let me redo it again, then I'll get a better space around his head.
Yeah, we need all that.
Oops.
No. He bailed on us.
We'll take
he dropped, and I just got done already. I didn't save it. Shit.
I wonder if he's watching us get it.
It doesn't really matter. It's on YouTube forever. I mean,
that is true.
You can go and get it.
Yeah, Always Sunny is the ish.
I just finished watching it. I'm watching The League now also. The League has its moments.
Oh, The League was funny.
I haven't seen that in years,
especially
but I have a feeling it hit different now.
If you were a fantasy football player or whatever, it really hit too close to home at times. Especially if you actually played in a league with people you knew versus just a random Yahoo league or something. Yeah.
Does it get pretty competitive in those fantasy leagues?
When it's leagues amongst friends or people, yeah, it will be, because there's a lot of shit talk and stuff amongst each other because you're all friends. You're just being your normal stuff and something to be competitive about that you have no real control over, but somehow makes you feel like you're a better person than the other person. I used to do one with all the people who used to work for me in my warehouse and my delivery crews back when I used to run distribution and delivery for this audio video company, and we'd go to a restaurant, pizza place, to do our live face-to-face draft, and then we'd do the whole thing. And at work, it would always be people talking shit to each other leading up into the weekend and stuff, or people trying to like, hey man, I'll trade you this for, trying to sell their trade that they want, and then like, oh hey,
House of L is back in the game.
Welcome to the Legion.
Welcome back. He's been a channel member since the beginning. I guess he just
But
renewed
apparently
it.
he wasn't. He's welcome
Yeah.
back though. Welcome back to the fold.
Welcome
Embrace.
in.
But
Internet.
people would be
ditching
trying
us,
to
man.
sell their trades to each other, and then somebody else would come by. Oh, don't trade them that shit. That's fucking. People try to face to face would jump in and try to throw monkey wrenches in it and everything else. And
If we tried to live up to that
you're right.
expectation, you would be sad, Lady AF.
Nick will strip.
Not for ladies, apparently. Roscoe said the league was awesome too, and honestly, could be an ongoing show with that wild shit that happens with the NFL.
True.
Is anyone else watching Mythic Quest? I'm not because I have Apple
show.
TV. I would love to watch it.
Love that show.
Never even heard of it.
It's got a lot of sunny characters. It's got Cricket. It's got Matt.
Yeah, David Hornsby and Rob McElhenney are the writers for it.
In fact, I got to catch up on that.
Do you have Apple TV or do you watch it?
No, I got a. What did I get? I think I just bought some Apple product that gave me a trial, a 6-month trial. So, but I had watched it previously. It's a great show.
Never heard of it.
The
But
only
if
way
it's
to
on
watch
Apple
it-
TV, that would explain a lot.
Yeah, I'm assuming the only way to watch it is via Apple products.
No, I have it on the TV back there too. It was installed on the TV back there.
But what are you watching it on? No, that's what I'm saying. You have an Apple product to get access to Apple TV.
No,
Don't even try to look at the card that has pictures of what.
No idea.
It's useless. It's just biting into them and go. And it's like the only one of I had a box of them because there was a leftover box that I had. And the only one I don't care for is the cherry rum one. But
yeah, that was a bit weird tasting.
But I go, that's no problem. I can eat the chocolate off of it and throw the middle away.
Yeah, I'm like, and that's the thing. Like usually when you get boxes like these, like especially over here, I'm like, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Don't like that one. All the rest is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this. There's only like one that I'm a bit skeptical on.
Yeah, I was really surprised at what I always like is I don't care for coconut, but the one that they have there that has some coconut in it, it's not like a bunch of coconut. It's just like a little bit, and it's got something else with it that makes it so it's like, oh, that's not bad. For those of you guys not know what we're talking about, we're talking about some See's candy that from San Francisco that the man got sent to him recently as part of one of his international shipments.
Yeah, so when you look at the pictures, you cannot tell what the fuck they are.
They try to say, it's like, okay, well, great. At least I know that this might be some of the stuff. And it's not even say that that's all in there. It's just like, these are some of the things that could be in here.
It's like a mystery box.
Right. Especially since that one's like the milk. I think that was the milk chocolate assortment. Because there's also like a dark assortment of chocolate, and there's one that's like a mix of milk and dark and all this stuff. But
yeah, see, Beck's the dark chocolate. She likes dark chocolate. I like white and normal milk chocolate. So those other like the what were they again? Ghirardelli or whatever.
The
Ghirardelli ones, whatever like that. I haven't tried them yet, but I'll give Beck the dark chocolate ones and I'll try the other ones.
Yeah, I'm not usually a big fan of dark chocolate, but the Ghirardelli dark chocolate ones aren't bad. But
I have Ghirardelli caramel sauce here for ice cream.
Well, he's got some of the ones, a couple of the Ghirardelli ones he got are the chocolate, like the caramellos. They got the caramel. Actually, it's salted caramel inside.
Yeah, I think there was
chocolate one, and
I think there was a milk chocolate one, a salted caramel one. I think there was like a half dark chocolate and half milk chocolate one or something. I can't remember. They're in the fridge at the moment. So
yeah, no, that's all. Those are more like it was funny because I shipped something very similar to that to my team in Romania for Christmas, and they described it as like, yeah, the Ghirardellis are kind of like, they're good, but like you can get similar type stuff at the grocer or whatever around there. Whereas the C's candies, those are just different. You don't get that at the local place, and it's just they love those. Those are just
Well, the one that I always hate in these sort of type boxes is Turkish Delight, because there's always a Turkish Delight in there, and I absolutely detest
there's no
that.
Turkish Delight in there. Yeah.
No, thank God. I would be throwing up if it was. I hate that stuff.
Well, good. Glad you enjoyed those. Did you break into the cereal?
No, I still haven't got it.
I'm curious to see what you think of it.
I'm pacing myself. I've still got to finish the box of cereal I've got sitting in the cupboard at the moment.
Congratulations to Nick on flipping the M&M book.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I actually saw one yesterday. I didn't even sell for a couple of hundred less than I sold it for the other day.
Is this the M&M Spider-Man cover thing? Okay.
Yep.
And not the M&M candies like Coco wrote. Got it.
No, that would be too perfect a segue. Yep, I picked up a Hulk 180.
So it's allergic to nuts. Basically Russian roulette with chocolate box. Oh, yeah, that would be pretty brutal. Oh, good to know though. I won't send AR any nuts.
These nuts.
Yeah.
Rob, you're not making it to Heroes Con this year, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, all right, cool.
That's what was kind of half the impetus of this. Is I declared very early on that this I would commit to it, and then
I picked up a 182.
Nice.
But it was, and it's like, oh, Rob's like, oh, green grade.
It's probably missing the value stamp, probably.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, but you're gonna crack it anyway, so who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
I have an ASM 238 like that, but it's a newsstand without the tattoos. It came back.
Oh, actually, can you check a price for me, please, Rob?
Yeah, I have to do it from my phone.
Okay,
I'm
sorry,
on my work. I'm from my work computer right now, so because I'm kind of working simultaneously.
Multitasking.
Right, but I do have a phone that's logged in because I don't have any of my personal passwords on my work computer.
Okay.
My IT likes to see things, and they did give me admin access, so I have certain things that are mitigating some of their spyware. But you know,
I know what's going to happen. As soon as you look up the book, you're going to tell me the price. I'm going to freeze and not hear the price.
All right, what you looking for, sir?
Marvel Spotlight number 5 in a 2.0. There's a guy on one of my Facebook groups is selling a 2.0, I think a 5 and a 6.
I assume you want the 1972 one and not the 1990s, or
the original one. Yeah.
What the one that matters, not the.
Yeah, that's right.
The slabbed price and a 2.0.
Yeah.
Looks like that so FMV is listed at about $750, but the last recorded sale on it from September of 2022 was $676, with a recent December sale on a 2.5 at $611 and a 1.8 having recently sold at $537. So I'd say that it's fair to say that the value on it might be down even a little bit more. So somewhere around the high 500s to low 600s seems to be, the right range. 550 to 650 seems to be the range that would be the market for potentially maybe as high as 700, but I wouldn't.
So really if I started about, if we go 600 US, I'll convert that to Australian. So $1,000 Australia. He wants $1,000 for it. So it's probably in the ballpark of FMV then. 700. Yeah, so 700.
693. He's on the high end. Yeah, I mean he's on the high end of what the current market is for it. at because that's $693 US. So he's on the high end. So I mean, if
if he allows me to pay it off, I don't give a crap.
yeah. I mean, if he's going to let you do it over, yeah.
I just hope he hasn't sold it, but I didn't want to sort of commit to anything because I don't get paid until next week. So he's probably sold it by then. But it's one of my books I've been wanting to hunt down since I started making this wish list. Although I've wanted it for years, but
hey, you know that there's who are you looking to buy it from?
That's a guy off one of the Facebook groups.
Because so
he's in Australia.
Freaky Louie.
Cardboard Crazies, I think, is selling his.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I did say a post actually about.
Yeah, I'll tag in it now. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was Ghost Rider #1.
Oh, I still want that too, but
okay. So either which way you tagged.
Thank you. Oh, he hasn't put a price up. He's just message him for.
Oh, and Louis, your AOK from TM Nerdy is on its way to you, and you should have it. You should probably have it Monday, if not Saturday. You might get it Saturday, but otherwise it should be there Monday.
I'm sorry, Journey. I'm just seeing your comment now. It was all right. I'm not used to the driving in New York anymore. It's either people are doing 15 under the speed limit or they're doing 35 over in traffic.
CJ, that's the difference between like and love. It's not just spit and swallow. It's also whether you get acknowledged quickly or not.
And I forgot how expensive dinner is in Manhattan.
As long as you don't forget that they have the wrong clam chowder.
No, yeah. We went to a steak place and it was literally like $350
per person.
Per couple.
Per couple. Okay,
I thought you were going to say per steak, and I'm like, what the hell?
Well, no, for a high end steakhouse, that's pretty common. But
yeah, it's been a while.
There's actually a place I wouldn't mind trying here in Melbourne. It hasn't been around all that long, but it's actually a place called Mjolnir, and you eat with all like Viking utensils and stuff like that, and they've got like a horn for your drink and all that sort of stuff. It actually looks pretty cool. I don't know how expensive it is, but
I used to, at one point we had 4, but we're down to 3, I think. High-end steakhouses all within like a mile and a half of my house, where it's like you go there and like my wife and I went to one of them one time, and it was easily, if you're careful, you might be able to get out for $250 for the couple, but before your tip and stuff. But realistically, you're spending $300 plus for the two of you, and it's like, because we have a Fleming's, which of course is a chain of high-end restaurant steakhouses, and we got a place called Burke's, and then there's another place called my favorite, which is the Bourbon.
You get to choose your own knife, like
oh, nice.
Literally, actually, proper like knives and stuff like that. So it looks like a pretty cool looking place.
Thanks, CJ. I might be there in a few weeks. I'll let you know.
You go to this place called the Bourbon Steakhouse, where the Bourbon Steakhouse, they bring you the wine list. It doesn't have wines on it. It's just all bourbons. Bourbons and whiskeys. That's it. The whole thing. It's like, oh yeah, this is my. Of course, it's the only thing that sucks about it, because I mean it's a Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah.
But the thing that sucks about it is that it's in the Niner Stadium.
Really?
So it's like, so it's in the ground floor of the Niner Stadium, and you can get to it from the outside because it's open year round, or open around every day. But so it makes it kind of just having to go to the stadium is not out of the way, but it's parking is weird because they don't set up. Parking isn't set up to be like right there for the stadium normally. So it's like you got to, if you park your own car, you got to walk to get to the freaking restaurant, or else you have to pay for their valet.
Where's this at?
This is a steakhouse called the Bourbon Steakhouse, which is part of the 49ers stadium. And they're actually in the stadium, but it's open every day of the week. It's a Michelin star steakhouse, and it's great.
A place in town that raised prices of their filet to $45, and I refuse to eat there anymore. I can drive 1 mile and get fresh cut grade A for $18 a pound and cook it myself.
I paid $80 for a 14-ounce New York strip. I think it was.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of filet mignon, so that always saves me money. I don't like the texture of it.
And isn't it supposed to be more of the pristine cut?
It's super tender. It's super tender and it's small. So there's only a little bit. So like if you order a porterhouse, one side is a New York strip, the other side is the filet. And so the filet on the cow is filet mignon. Where do you pull it from? Is relatively small, so you don't get a lot per cow, which automatically makes the price up high. But it's also a super tender cut of meat, so some people really really like it for that reason. But it's not necessarily fatty either. It doesn't have the flavor, the marbling that you get on other pieces of meat. So depending upon what you like from a texture on your steak and what kind of flavoring you like, it's either a thing or not. And so a lot of people really love the filet, but it's not me.
If it's not a filet, it's just a hamburger and doesn't know it yet.
Pivot.
Wow. All right. Well, Hoarders and I may obviously disagree on, but that's fine because that
Hoarders
means that
and I disagree. Said no one ever till now.
it just means if we ever go to a steakhouse, he can, or we ever have to fight over a cow, he can have the filet.
The smallest piece. You get the lion's share.
You can have the ass.
I was about to say, Rob will eat it from the back.
Wagyu beef is pricey, and part of that is also more hype that's built up on it, but it is good.
And Wagyu.
Especially,
tell us about Wagyu, Rob.
Well, Wagyu, true Wagyu
sounds like kangaroo meat.
Comes from Japan, but there's a lot of quote unquote American Wagyu where they've crossbred the Kobe beef cow with little Texas Longhorns and stuff, but it's a really heavily marbled steak or beef.
Yeah. Was it an A50 or A?
There's different ratings based on,
I'm talking about that, like
how much marbling there is
in Japan.
I'll tell you that my experience with it, because I buy it for competition sometimes, because that's what a lot of in barbecue competitions, a lot of people use it because fat is flavor, so they've gone to buying it. And on a brisket, it works pretty well, although I think that a good prime grade oftentimes is just as good, works just as well, because sometimes I think that there's too much fat. It doesn't always get a chance to render, and that's the problem we had, especially when it came to tri-tips. When we were cooking tri-tips, which were a much smaller cut of meat, they're only about 2 to 2.5 pounds versus the 12 to 15 pound packer briskets and whatnot. You wouldn't get a chance for all that fat to render, especially since you're not cooking it up to like the 200 degrees. You're only cooking it to like 130 degrees. So the fat never renders. And so what ends up happening is while it's warm, it tastes good. But the second that meat starts to cool down, all that fat toughens up and it just becomes super chew. It's like, ugh.
Oh, I love chewy beef.
Chewy fat. Chewing on fat.
Yes.
You are the chew the fat. Let's sit around and chew the fat kind of guy, huh?
Dude, the best. You weren't even there for that.
I was
Nick.
going to say you got to go with a ribeye.
A ribeye is solid, but I'll tell you, I've really been finding
beef flavor ramen is what Coco does.
I mean, ribeye is my favorite by all means, but I do love a good a proper New York strip. It can be pretty damn good. I love picanha cut roast and picanha steaks, so do Brazilian style with good chimichurri. That's phenomenal. even a properly done, I have learned I didn't like them growing up because they've always were done bad until I started practicing on them. A good basic sirloin steak can actually still come out phenomenally if you actually know what the fuck you're doing and take the time to season right.
Why would you assume that it couldn't, or why would one?
Because I always served it the way my dad cooked them. It was always garbage.
Put some ketchup on top.
There you go.
Oh, I never
Oh,
put
I
ketchup
love
on.
ketchup on.
I'm more of a mustard guy.
Look at Ralph.
Kroger brand ketchup on a filet mignon. You can't
on
get
a
any better.
on a Kroger brand filet mignon.
Oh yeah,
Buy one, get 3 free.
Yeah, so good. And you get a deal on them too if you get them like 1 day past expiration. So
Buy
good.
one, get 10 free. Tyler.
Nornrad, a T-bone, you just paid for a more expensive sirloin, or sorry, New York strip, because the little bit of filet you get is all of only 3 bites in that thing. You're better off just buying the New York strip and saving some money.
Oh, there you go. Marvin one putting ketchup on a steak is creme, so he loves it too.
Oh, that's
Got
French.
got Marvin's book right here. Been working my way through this.
Marvin is
When
definitely one of
I
the
go to a
hardest
steakhouse
working
and they
guys in
ask
the
me if I
community.
want A1 or something on it, I just give them the
Hey,
fucking evil
Justin
eye
Birch.
like they're fucking insane. It's like, are you saying that your steak sucks and that I have to cover it up with some other flavor?
Oh, I love A1. Not as good as ketchup, but it's up there.
Ketchup has no meaning, no purpose in life except to become barbecue sauce.
What's up, JB?
Tyler, are you going to say that you also like off-brand Pop-Tarts?
Oh, I'm not disgusting.
I made that mistake one time.
I'm just making sure. I have a line somewhere, and I just want to make sure you don't cross that line.
I thought I used to like Scott, but now I don't know about this whole thing. He doesn't like bones in his steak either. That's a flavor. The best
There's
part.
only one place Scott likes.
Well, maybe
bones.
it hurts his teeth, Rob.
Only
My God,
one place Scott likes bones.
the best meat is the meat that's right up against the bone. Oh my God!
Can't you take the bone out?
Well, you don't eat it, but you cook it on the bone and the meat that's right up against the bone. That's where all the best flavor is.
If they offer steak sauce, I question their quality.
Well, yeah, you should, because I mean, they're
Oh,
obviously
what
covering
Burke
something
said. This defines Burke right here.
up. Ryan's with these other ones.
No way.
Off-brand of Pop Tarts
No
is
way.
fine.
You are the off-brand Pop-Tart of this community, Burke.
And a buffalo fly, and you eat their wings. That's right.
No, they can't fly because their wings are too small, Lady F. That's common
You
knowledge.
can get 16 real Pop Tarts for like $3.
That was the thing for me as a kid. I remember growing up with lamb chops with skip the marrow. Anyways, the flavors next to the bone. That's right.
JB,
Exactly. That's
you
because
need to
all those connective tissues, CJ. It's there. So as you break it breaks down to eat. That's the best.
Justin,
Yes.
how's the hot toy sale going and the chase to your grail going? We need a weekly update here.
So I've only sold 2 hot toys, but
That's one more than last time.
yeah, so we are improving, right?
No, we're saying
You've sold twice as many toys as you did last week.
No, he sold the same number.
Oh.
Just one. One a week.
Oh no, but he's doubled the total number of hot toys sold.
However, the good news is I've sold enough other stuff on eBay to put me at about, we'll say, 40% of the way of where I want to be.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you have a specific book in mind? I know what book you're trying to get, but do you have actually one sitting waiting on you to get the money up?
No, I'm just gonna walk into Heroes Con and just.
That's what I was going to ask. Or are you just trying to have some money to spend when you get the Heroes?
Yeah, that's the plan.
So then I'm going to walk around in front of you, try to buy them up before you get there.
You're going for the same.
And then once I have the market cornered, I'll say, "Okay, Justin, let's talk."
All right, ASM1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember that good deal I gave you before? Yeah, not anymore.
That deal does not apply to this.
Daddy's got to get paid.
What's this
Dr.
about?
Von Who, we have not heard anything.
I didn't know there was anything. Is he sick or something?
No,
he was bailed off of social medias yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, he's off of. He deleted his Instagram or closed it or something, and then
He deleted his Instagram. He removed all of his content from his YouTube.
And changed his YouTube name.
Yeah. Which
You don't need me, but she sure likes the bone.
Yeah.
Hoarder said he hates fat. He can't stand the texture. Never ate fat off the. I mean, like the stuff that's like marbleized in there is completely different. But I don't think I ever had good enough steak to remember experiencing that. It's just like a fatty on the end of the sirloin. You just
well, there's stuff you trim off, and then there's some that when you have it marbled throughout. There are people who don't. My wife is like that. My wife really likes. She likes filet and she likes sirloins because they're typical. Or like last night when I cooked a cross rib roast, it doesn't have a lot of fat throughout the meat itself. It's only like on the outside or something you can trim off. So she likes that. She especially does not like beef ribs and stuff because they're fattier. She does not like ribeyes because they're fattier and stuff.
Like chicken ribs. What does she like?
She doesn't like ribs. She likes when we eat chicken. She likes chicken breast.
We should start calling chicken ribs, Rob. No one's done that yet. You got
there is chicken. There is rib meat. Yeah. So
not rib meat. The hell with all this off-brand.
Because chicken
off-brand ain't the same. You got chicken fingers.
You're cutting the ribs on a chicken.
Breast. No, we're going to cut the ribs off chickens, Rob. We're going to sell chicken.
I don't know what this we is. I ain't going through that hassle. That's too much work.
I'm on the East Coast. You're on the West Coast. We're going to come together like butt cheeks and take this country by storm.
That's called the Mississippi River right there, baby.
That's not exactly the middle. You don't need me to teach geography.
I'm completely dumbfounded by the ignorance on eating habits by everybody. People are telling me how they love McRibs and all that stuff, and they don't like fat. They don't.
But you haven't had chicken ribs, had you?
Yeah, well, I've had the whole chicken.
No, just the ribs.
Remy.
Mud cheeks.
I actually went out for a second to show you guys, show Tyler this thing.
Oh, you're working on it? Oh, hell yes.
That's the best I could do with your Mickey Mouse freaking thing.
Not Demon Slayer?
All right. No, it's Son Goku.
Yeah, this is the baby Goku. All right. So that's
he's not a baby.
The best I could do. Okay. No,
I love it, man.
All right.
That's like the haircut Jim Carrey had in Ace Ventura 2.
I'm gonna send that out this week.
White Devil.
I was hoping to see you draw it. Did you do any of it live?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think if you did, I must have missed it.
Maybe.
All right, Rob, you got to weigh in on this one, Rob. Love buffalo ribs. They're great, better than beef ribs. Where do you stand on buffalo ribs?
Well, buffalo in general is very much the same type of thing as cow. The only difference being is that buffalo is typically leaner.
Oh, they're hairier too.
It's got a different.
I love B-dubs.
When you get to the meat, there's no hair there.
Okay.
Hopefully,
now
if it is, the cook's been giving you something extra.
I do need to know: is the meat around the horns as tender as the meat around the bones of your cows?
I've never eaten meat around the bone. Most of the buffalo I've had is either buffalo steaks or been ground buffalo.
You say drown?
Ground.
Oh, I thought you said drown, like you're like softening up that meat by drowning a buffalo.
Yeah, well, it owed you money, so you stick its head under the water until it coughs up the money, right?
Waterboarded buffalo.
Exactly. So I would imagine that if when it comes to buffalo ribs, I'm sure that tastes very similar, only it wouldn't be as fatty. So especially for a person who likes less fatty meats, I would imagine buffalo ribs would be more favorable to you. I love beef ribs, and so I'm sure I would love buffalo ribs. Not enough places cook beef ribs. That's my biggest problem.
Not enough places cook chicken ribs. We've established that too. Why aren't ribs as popular? I feel like when I was a kid, ribs were real popular. Like,
No, they
Applebee's started doing like the riblets and.
Oh yeah,
I love
I mean,
Applebee's.
well, I mean, they all sell their racks of pork ribs and whatnot, which are all dried out, and they require extra sauce just to make them so they'll go down your throat. But I really despise, like, when I would go to, like, around here, because we had some crappy chains. If we went to, like, Armadillo, we go to Armadillo Willie's, and Armadillo Willie's, you go in there and they go, oh yeah, we got Texas ribs, and you go, oh, are those beef or pig? And they go, oh, well, they're pork ribs. Well, then how the hell are those Texas ribs?
Oh, here we go.
I don't know if you know this, but Texas ain't known for fucking its pork.
Well, if you don't live on the Great Plains and you can't drown a buffalo to get to them ribs, and you're up north, like in Canada or somewhere, you might favor elk. Or do people eat moose? Is there a difference between an elk and a moose?
Yeah, they're different animals.
You want to have good ribs? You got to have lamb ribs. Lamb and goat ribs.
Let's get to this. Let's tackle this elk thing first, and let's move over to lamb. Where does elk come up on the list here?
Well, I've actually not been where I'm at. I don't have access to a lot of that, so I haven't really had.
Elk is great.
Talk a lot to elk or deer or venison or any of those.
Yes, lady, fantastic.
I know a lot of people who love the game meat, and I wouldn't mind it. I'm sure.
Deer jerky is the shit.
Well, then why would you eat it?
Beyond.
Well, I love shit.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Why would you destroy good deer meat by turning it into jerky?
Well, you preserve it.
Well,
sometimes it's certain cuts. That's how you want to have it.
Deer is so good.
All the people I know like use up as much of the deer for other things and then take the rest and make it into jerky.
So why
it's
do
just
you
part of it.
Why do you eat an elk but not a moose? Like, what's?
Because there might not be moose where you're at.
Is one hairier than the other? What is it?
Oh,
I'll eat mooses.
There may not be moose in your neighborhood, so you can only hunt elk. You have elk and squirrel instead of moose and squirrel.
You know what it takes to take down a moose?
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
Moose are no joke.
It's what I'm here for.
I would never joke about a fucking moose.
Sometimes, you have you don't go to the moose lodge, you go to the elk's lodge.
I'm not acknowledging that one.
Okay.
I have a moose lodge by me.
There you go. Yeah, see, go in there with a gun, start hunting some of the moose.
Oh no.
Like, they're so similar, it's ridiculous.
It probably tastes good, moose, I guess. I've never had it.
Where's
Anachronic, how are you doing today? I hope you enjoy your gym workout, and afterwards you load up on the protein with some good old-fashioned chicken ribs.
Hillside salmon. I don't know about I've never heard of hillside salmon.
I've never known any salmon to not be aquatic.
Well, there's those salmon in what's that one movie?
Well, don't salmon jump out of the water?
Yeah, but they have to go back in the water.
They have to go back in.
Most of them
get stuck on the hill. When they're jumping on, they stay on the hill.
Yeah, but that's a good point. Yeah, you don't have to fish for them. You just go.
Oh, the other guys.
I got dad stuff to do. I'll catch you guys in a bit.
All right, Nick. Tell the boys we said hey.
Yeah. Get sweaty for me, Nikki.
Hey.
What did you just call me?
Nikki?
Sweaty Nikki.
But I'm telling you, lamb and goat ribs are the way to go.
Well, we call lamb ribs rack of lamb.
Yeah.
You can rack up anything you want, really.
And yeah, I love lamb. Unfortunately, I live in a house full of people who don't care for it, but I grew up on it. So, because used to be a couple lamb farms, sheep farms here, where I'm at, and used to come around and they'd sell you the whole lamb. And in fact, I remember we had a big freezer in the garage that they gave you when you bought your first lamb, and then you could order up all the chop stuff and they'd deliver it and throw it in the freezer, and you had meat for quite a while.
Rob, are you pro eating the babies, or are you
whoa
pro just the adults?
I don't pay
People
attention.
eat the
I don't
babies?
cull them. I just eat them.
I'm
No,
clicking
I'm
that.
talking about the babies. The,
Clicking the shit
baby
out of that.
You're talking
Good
about,
morning, Dirt. How are you
Usually
doing?
you'd want them to
I-
grow, right?
I don't know. I get whatever I buy at the store. I'm not a.
Well, supposedly they go
Rob,
for
Rob,
premium.
do you have any babies in the back?
I guarantee you, I don't have any babies. My babies are 18 and
No, I'm saying
older.
that's what you asked the butcher.
Good morning, free energy.
Say, hey, you have any other white meat? I want to eat a baby. Oh, give me the baby back, baby back, baby back. Get in my
Pretty
belly.
fantastic, like baby seals, as long as they're freshly clubbed.
Oh, nice.
That's right. That's why when I go out with Chris and he says, "Lee, want to go clubbing?" I know exactly what he means. We're going up
See,
north.
that's
to
all
the
it
river.
takes to get the chat going. Tell them about eating babies, and then all of a sudden everybody's got an opinion.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
glad
well, that's
Durs
good
is
to
in
know.
here. The
The
show-
same
oh,
thing
why did I say-
happens. Same thing happens, Larry, with off-brand Pop Tarts.
Oh, good golly, Miss Molly.
The other night, Guess That Key was a fantastic episode. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that. It's always good, but I just feel like it was like one of the best that night.
Yeah, it was turnt.
I missed it this week.
Dur's questions and Mark's reactions might have been the best part of the whole episode.
I don't know if I missed it.
But then Paul like decides that this isn't Guess That Key anymore. Like, who
It's
cares
slam
what
dunk on
anyone
the
brought?
panel
But
night.
here's Paul's book. I don't even think I remember what the key was for. It just is like, this book is such a mega book. Who cares? What is he? Like, I'd probably rather have that book than like AF-15. That shit
all
is
day.
dope.
All I know is that that's probably the most aggravating game ever. And I
That's
don't
just
know
because
why
you
I
suck
sit
at it,
through
Bernie.
Yeah, you're terrible at it, man.
I sit through the whole damn thing, and I'm freaking aggravated through the whole thing. I don't know why.
Comic Journey got aggravated about something.
You can't just ask what war it took
Oh,
place during every
game?
time.
What an awesome game! Oh, guess what's behind this?
Your middle finger.
Kool-Aid Man.
No one cares. You don't have any good books. It doesn't
Yes, I was right. Got it in one.
There you go.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Dr. Von Who. You need to go on
You
sometime.
need to be on sometime, man.
Yeah.
Hit up me.
If
or
I was
Paul.
available, I'd
Preferably
be on
Paul.
every time, but I can't.
Yeah, if anybody's in the chat and you're interested in being a panel member on Guess That Key, just reach out to Paul Cook on Instagram or
Look at this
myself.
freaking
And
woman. All she does is cackle. Enough, lady. You lost. You lost. We had a recount. It came out. They came out to my favor. Leave it alone. You don't need to keep going on and on and on.
you keep going on and on, she'll storm your house.
She can storm my house all she wants. I don't have a house anymore. I'm in an apartment.
If you don't know what we're talking about, I just linked it. That's the channel, Guess That Key. It's his last video, so go subscribe and check it out because it is the best.
The same neighbor who heard him take
Oh, there you go, Flash Ray.
takeable penis. Heard him talk about eating babies. Nice.
It's seriously such a fun show. It's even better live because you can ask stuff in the chat and they'll answer. I love that.
Oh,
Even though I never catch it live. I can't. It's like the exact time I can't.
For me, the most gratifying part of that whole, because I think I've only missed one episode of it.
Yeah, the one I was on.
Was that the one with you and Brother John was there?
I don't think Brother John was on it.
Then I think I must have missed two because there's been a couple times just because of work, it just hasn't worked out. And but the whole time being on there, the most gratifying part was when Becker's light bulb came on Wednesday, because my whole goal was just to piss Becker off, and it worked.
Becker needs to be on every show too. There needs to be like a 3-hour show. I could watch it for hours, legit.
Yeah. Is this red? Does it have red on it?
That was me. I started that.
Yeah, that's a legitimate question. That and if the artist is still alive, we need to know these things.
Thanks, Tyler.
And then why? Why are they or aren't they alive?
Yeah, that's very crucial.
Yep.
Is that a
Why
yes,
aren't
no?
they alive? Because they're
Well,
dead.
you can say yes or no. I feel like people always say like, "Oh, I can't answer that." It's not. You can still say yes or no, even if it's not. Like, how old are you, Rob?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Younger than I will be next week.
Sounds like a very Taylor thing to do.
Did I just get
What
kicked?
is going on, Tony?
Old Wolf. No, you didn't get kicked. You got out of the whole thing. We can't do that.
Yeah.
What the hell was that all about?
All we're capable of is putting you backstage like
Yeah.
Seven and bringing you back. You dipped. I figured you got mad because you didn't want to know why the artist was still alive or dead.
Yep.
Is their penis takeable? Best
Yeah.
question to determine a character.
Is it a team up book that got me?
Team up. Is it a team book?
The character. What character?
I know. And then sometimes Durs would add like 3 things onto the end. I'm like, dude, you're being way too specific.
Don't add. Subtract.
Is it a
Subtract.
team book that took place
Yeah. Were there a lot
at
of
Area
different
51?
people?
I love
Were
you.
there a lot of different people
Gold,
that
silver.
they came together at some point?
You guys make up your own definitions about gold, silver, and bronze too.
Yeah, but that's fine because it's
Well, we
still
stick with
listed
it.
exactly what
Yeah.
it is.
We don't make up our own definitions about anything. We've added we split the modern age into 2.
Yeah. It's the Bitcoin age.
Like the definitions that are used for gold,
Oh, so
silver,
you're like,
bronze,
so like
copper, are like
CBCS.
the definition. No, we just do the present age. Like the most modern age starts with the creation of Image Comics in 1992.
All you're doing is giving CGC
Uh-huh.
ideas of how to break up the modern tier to
The
start
foil
charging
age.
more.
Well,
All
CBCS
we're
already
doing
did
is
that.
reporting
Comic
the
Journey.
reality.
Yeah.
Comic Journey. CBCS split the modern age. So they have like books from the last 20 years is one tier, and then like the 20-year, like
It's like 2000 or 2001.
yeah, it's like
later.
2000 to now, and then like 76 to.
How has that gone over? Has it been
I
a
don't know.
well-received decision?
I doubt it because it related into another price increase.
Yeah.
How long ago did they do that?
There's a long. It was when they did
6
their last
months?
price increase. Yeah, it was. There's problem is there's so many things to be upset at CBCS at right now.
Yeah.
It
That
gets
doesn't
lost
even
in the
come on the
shuffle.
like
Yeah.
top 10 of things that matter right now on CB.
They
You know,
legitimately.
I'm pissed off at them about, my biggest pet peeve with them still is right now their signature verification. Their website says one price, but when you put it into the system, it comes up at another price, which is higher than what they advertise. And then you have to manually correct your invoice, then watch your credit card statement. And when they bill you based on what their invoice says, you have to call them back up and argue with them that their website says this lower price and that they're doing bait and switch, and you have to threaten them with legal action before they will frickin' give you the credit back down to the advertised price. And they won't update their website.
I don't know. They legitimately suck.
Yeah, they do.
They really do. Like both. I had CGC.
A great slab,
They're
but a shitty fucking
their
service.
business
A year
model
and a half ago, I would have completely disagreed with you. They
I
have
did.
flipped. Yeah. They flipped.
It was this, dude. CGC sat there and said, hey, you know what? We're going to do something really funny. We're going to go ahead in this football game between the two of us. We're just going to go for it here on 4th down on our on our own 10, but we're just going to kneel down and then give you the ball.
Yeah.
And they did. And CBCS lined up 1st and goal, and for the first 3 downs, CGC just let them move the ball,
And they
but
didn't
not
score.
get in and just hold them at the goal line. So then it was like, then what happened is CBCS went like this. They didn't just fumble the ball. They set the ball down on the turf and walked off the field.
Yeah.
And and it was like, and CGC said, all right, well, I guess we'll just go with it then.
Yeah, and then they took off. CGC started doing well again, and they would have lost the customer base and not got it back. But CBCS just ruined that.
Yeah, they just said, "Oh, we don't want to play. Sorry." I know you gave it to us on 4th and 1, and your defense is non-existent, but we don't want to play.
Oh,
Sorry.
Roscoe wants to know this. Rob, you know.
Price for auto signature verification at CBCS. It depends upon whether you look at their website or whether you actually register the book. Their website, I want to say
It's 15, right?
no, it's $20, and it's like the same price whether it's one signature or a second signature on the book.
Yeah,
But when
it
you
used to be
actually go
15
to
and
log
10,
it,
right?
but when you go to log it in now, it's like it comes up like at 25 and higher. So it's like you have to. It's a pain in the ass.
How the hell does a company like that get away with zero accountability for anything they do? Like seriously, like any
I don't
business
think they
I know,
are.
if you keep doing the wrong things, you're not in business. Why do we
Because the comic book
sustain them?
side of their business, so for Beckett is like a small part of
Yeah,
their
they
business.
don't care about it. I don't think it's not 20 anymore. Green Machine, right? Isn't it
Well, I think
25?
20 is what it says on their website. But I think if we were to look it up, but I think 25 is what they actually charge you, which is the part of the problem. You have to be careful there. CBCS is doing bait and switch now. They're telling you
Yeah.
they're advertising one price, but they're ringing you up at a different price if you don't watch your invoice.
Does CBCS charge invoice fees too, like CGC does?
What CGC
don't
charge?
think so.
There's no invoice charge.
Whatever
Like
they
a
call it.
$5 fee.
Now
that CBC does.
CGC charges a submission fee.
Yeah, does
Yeah.
CBCS do that?
CBCS does not.
No.
And on top of that, CBCS allows you to mix different eras together into a single return shipment. So, like if I submit books that are gold, bronze, and silver, I can it'll take whatever's the longest lead time. That'll take, but they'll ship them all back to me in one shipment. Whereas CGC will break them up into separate submissions, separate shipments.
Rob, will you do me a favor real quick? Will you look up a book? Hulk 5?
Oh, I saw one. I saw one the other day.
Where?
Someone on Instagram was selling it.
I think I might be looking at the same one. It's a 0.5.
Yeah. That's the one.
It's about the money. Of course, it's about the money. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it as a business. It'd be a hobby. But the whole point is, in order to have a sustainable business that actually is thriving and actually making money, and continuing to improve, you need to have some accountability. Like I don't know. I'm just like that's why I'm really rooting for the underdogs. I know that Rob's been doing multiple things with the EGS lately. I wish PGX didn't suck. I hope there's another contender that comes out.
Where do you stand on EGS with what Tony's done with the new real?
I have mixed feelings.
Another contender. What?
Halo?
That's Ninja Books Australia. No, but what are your mixed feelings on EGS, CJ?
I'll tell you what my mixed feelings about EGS are. I absolutely love the fact that he gives graders notes no matter what the grade is.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the grade he's going to get. I don't care if it's a 9.9, you're still going to get a grader note on it, which I, for one, am very happy about that because you're not in limbo anymore. You actually know why you got the grade that you got. That's one thing. The slabs themselves, they need to be improved significantly.
Have you seen the brand new slabs that they got?
Yeah, and I followed the reviews that Rob did and the little cracking thing that's happening with them and stuff like that. I still think they have room to improve on that. As far as the labels themselves then I'm not a huge fan of the custom labels the way they are. I
also sent you a message on Instagram so you can see what book I'm talking about.
I like the idea of doing custom slabs, especially if you're an artist that is doing commissions and doing custom covers and have your own personalized label that's attached to them. I think that would be a really great thing for artists to do, like their own little logo or whatever is on the slab. But it looks like clip art a little bit. The slabs that they're using, the labels that they're using. I would like to see them getting the rights from Marvel or DC or somebody else to be able to use the real legitimate stuff instead of the clip art stuff. And it's a little bit pricey, $10 to do like a clip art label. It's not really like my thing, Other than that,
seems fair. I mean, look at. There's no data below a 1.5 on slab books for that book.
Mhm.
But a 1.5 was like last sold was 440, and that was 2 years ago. But the raw book info data, in a poor condition, puts around 250 as their what they list FMV. I don't know, he's on this app, but there's no recent sales on it either. So it seems like that range is probably, it seems fair for a slabbed.
You're right. There's some of the labels do look fire, other ones do look tacky. I personally, if I was going to send a custom label in, that was do a customized one, I would send them all the art myself directly.
Yeah, if you work with them, you're gonna get a better deal than if you just give them no direction like I did and not check in with them. So
Yeah, but you're a common person is not going to sit there and invest the time to create their own label and that kind of thing. Like for me, I'm thinking about just putting some books together where I make the cover like blank covers and I draw them out myself, send them out, and I'm going to send him a custom label that I put together with my insignia.
Yeah,
that way it looks uniform.
Yeah, that'd be good. Roscoe, one thing I forgot to mention when I gave you that pricing, that was just the signature verification pricing, not the rest of the grading and everything else pricing. So you have to add on top of that. So
Mark, my Black Flags mystery box is out for delivery. I know you're excited. I can almost taste the acetate. I was talking to John this past week, and he was talking to Jason, and he ended up getting one of Black Flag's mystery boxes that they have it on there. I went and looked while we were talking, and it said $395 mystery box, or like there's something outrageous, like $395 mystery box, now only $160. And you look what's in it, and it's like 6 exclusives. I'm like, these jokers are they're still at it, just trying to grift whoever they can. I said I guarantee you 3 of them will be Vampirellas.
I know mystery box is a chance you take, but I'm not taking a chance on Black Flag at all.
No.
Ever.
You know what?
Especially if you get that kind of price and they're telling you get some of our exclusives. Oh, so the stuff that you paid cost for.
And I sat there,
the highest margin box.
I did the numbers on the I just hit the calculator real quick. I said, according to their on sale price, they're valuing every one of these books at $40 and some change a piece, which you won't see. But if you had to actually go last sold them on eBay, you're going to be looking at between $10 to $20 on each of them, probably.
Right.
Well, because they're not going to be Crane books. I bet they don't have Crane books to give away.
Minus fees too.
Yeah,
I think they are giving away the Crane books now.
No. The sad part is that's what he's keeping the lights on with. Like if you go look at their website, anything that he still has that's signed or slabbed by Crane, he has it like for a premium. He's trying to keep the lights on, like with his Crane stock. He doesn't have just raw Crane book playing.
This guy, if he was smart, he'd take this horrible situation and turn it into something really either good or funny. I personally, if my wife left me for some guy that drew my books and I'm just stuck with a few thousand of his books, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to hire another artist and I'm going to have that other artist put a dick in the face of every single one of the
and then do a Clayton Crane dick variant special this coming
exactly.
April.
And then you have the special dick remark. I guarantee you people would buy that.
On sale April 1st.
Well, that I don't know. It'd have to be a high profile artist too to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure a high profile artist would
do. You'll be surprised how many artists would actually do that, especially an artist that got fucked by a wife that left them.
Jesus Christ.
You'll be surprised.
There you go, Lady Fantastic Wall.
I'm sorry, I'm using language. It's morning time. I'm sorry.
Oh, here, Darius, what about? I don't think the Comic Tom mystery box is bad at all.
No.
If you like, and he's upfront about what you get as well. Like sometimes they might hit on eBay, sometimes they might not. You might just like the covers,
And it's not ludicrous in
and
price.
they're not 400.
Yeah, it was. Especially, it was better with like the Comic Tom boxes. I did it for everybody's done it at some point, just about. But when I got at least if you had it for a while and you've been grandfathered in and it's a lower price, especially, it's not bad. But it's at least you get some books that are you can get some random books that might be pretty good. Some people really value some of those exclusives. Depending on whether the exclusive is your thing or not, really helps to determine the value.
Yeah.
Whereas like this TSMB one that's been out so far has just not been good. For the
what's
price.
stock go for? $40 now? Is that what it is?
I want to say it's 40, 45.
All right, for $45, you're getting 5-6 comics that are in there, a bunch of stickers and promos and stuff like that. It's not horrible. It's price wise, it's not horrible.
There's worse values out there for sure.
And they always are like pretty good artists and cool or whatever covers, and at least he's like trying. I think Comic Tom actually cares.
And I will give him this much: he takes pride in his brand.
Yeah,
that box that he has that's put together, it's put together nicely. Whether you like it or not, it's not my thing. I've opened up a couple boxes just to test it out, and I think there was one time I specifically wanted to buy a certain exclusive that he had. I forgot which one it was. But it's not my thing. It's not the kind of thing I'm going to be buying all the time. Like recently I was on Whatnot, and Tyler Kirkham was doing mystery packs of single comics for $25 a comic, and it was giving out a signed comic with a signature on it, with the certificate, and he was giving a promo stuff with it. That for me was a good value because I was getting like very exclusive type of signature books for $25 a piece. It wasn't horrible.
You want if you want a resale value mystery box from an artist, is the J. Scott Campbell mystery box.
Yeah.
Usually that mystery box will usually run you like $75 when he puts them out, but you'll end up with 6 books, and usually like half of them are signed, 5 or 6 books, and half of them are signed. And J. Scott Campbell, usually in there you'll find 1 or 2 books that will pay for the entire box.
Yeah, you're right about that. There's a lot of
problem is I don't buy them anymore because I already have all the covers I want from him. So it seems I'm always afraid I'm gonna get stuck with a freaking bunch of crappy Spawn shit. That's right, I said that, Spidey.
The only thing that I don't like about
Beck's not here, so it doesn't matter.
All right, good.
The only thing I don't like about getting like Tyler Kirkham or J. Scott Campbell boxes.
Oh, it's $85 now for a JSC box. Wow.
If I wanted to get them graded or wanted to get them slabbed, I'd have to go to CBCS in order to do it, in order to get a yellow label. Which,
for the signature,
it's annoying. Like that's the only thing that I don't like about that.
Yeah, but I don't care.
I
always have signature stuff to send there, but
I wish they gave you an option, these artists, to be able to go and have it graded through them. That way
you heard me, Durs. I don't like Spawn. What can I say? I'm sorry.
Spawn kind of sucks.
I know. I don't say that he sucks. I understand. He's just not my thing.
I think he kind of sucks. He looks cool.
He looks cool. Yeah.
He's got cool villains.
Great covers.
I don't know. He just never got me interested. I don't think
McFarlane is a great writer.
I would sooner start collecting Superman.
That is not a hot take.
He draws well, but the writing is a little bit out there.
He's a great businessman.
You can't have an opinion if you didn't read the book. Well, I haven't read every issue, but I've read 1 or 2, and I didn't care for it. That's enough to have an opinion.
I read plenty of
didn't capture my attention, so I don't care for it. So I moved on.
I was trying to get caught up and get into it before they did the Spawn's Universe stuff and split the series and everything. And there's aspects of it that were cool, but kind of like to Journey's point, like it's the writing. I just couldn't hang in there for the writing, and I know they've got a bunch of other creatives working on it now, but just Todd's writing on the main title, it felt like I was reading a Silver Age comic, which is fine if I'm reading a Silver Age comic.
A bad one though.
With the gallery of characters he has on that thing, because he's got some really great looking characters.
I'm not gonna go. That's like now you're no offense, man, but now you're being like Mark. Oh, go read this one story of Superman, and all of a sudden Superman 1,000 issues worth will all of a sudden be good because
no, that's not me at all. I point out
series.
all the time there's people have a hard time writing Superman. But if you want to read a good story, go read it.
There's Rob is going to be nice about it. I'm going to tell you the way it is. Spawn sucks. The reading of it sucks. It looks stunning. It's visually stunning, but the story sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Okay, there's that's actually one of the freaking titles. If I had a dream title to be able to write, I would love to write it and freaking actually make those characters substantial somehow nice and somehow good. You know.
Yeah. Dr. Von Hoot, the Batman Spawn book, I think, was my least favorite read in the last like 3 years.
I
hated it.
I appreciate your bold strategy of saying how much something sucks and then asking for a job to write it.
Well, I'm basically making a point to let them know how much it sucks and how much they need me. That's basically what I'm saying. You have to go for an interview and they tell you, so if you were here, what would you do with the place? Whatever. I'm the kind of guy that comes in an interview and say I would freaking burn it down to the ground and start it all over again. And I usually get the job too. That's the funny thing. But anyway, that's everybody's got their own.
How many jobs do you have?
Don't worry about it. I have plenty of jobs.
How many crises were there?
Hand jobs.
If you're not reading the main title of Spawn, Batman Spawn would not make sense. Dude, Batman Spawn should have been the easiest way to get into it ever. So when Spawn 300 was coming up, I wanted to read all of them up before 300 came out. I read the first 40 issues, and I felt like the last 20 of those, it was work to do. The first 10 issues of Spawn were fantastic. Past that, it was like one every 10 issues was even worth reading.
All right, for everybody that's drinking the Spawn Kool-Aid.
Hey, there's a bunch of people that chat that like Spawn, and that's fine.
Yeah,
this is the great thing about comics. They're all entitled to their own opinions.
You need finger puppets,
CJ. That's the thing. They're like this whole Spawn universe. It's a freaking King Spawn and a gunslinger.
Please get finger puppets.
But what I think is hilarious about this stuff is that the Spawn, everyone out here who loves Spawn, is they're all sitting there trying to sell me and sell us on why we're wrong and we should be embracing Spawn. I don't try to push anybody onto 2099 and tell them why that it's the great, just because I love it that you have to
know better. That's why.
It's like, that's just my thing. And if you don't like it, that's cool, man. You don't want to even give it a try. That's cool too, because a lot of the recent 2099 stuff that's been out is crap. But
there is no man on earth that will ever convince me the Ravage 2099 is worth anything more than blow your nose with. That was the worst.
It's worth as much as a Turok #1, baby.
At least a Turok #1 I could read.
They're both have foily borders.
Turok #1 was not a horrible read.
One's written by Stan Lee and one's not.
Turok wonder why Turok's a better read.
All those Valiant books, all the shitty Valiant books that people like love to find in the quarter bins right now, they're actually not horrible reads. They're actually decent reads. They're not good. They're decent.
Draw faces on his fingers.
Doom 2099 I liked.
I liked Spider-Man, Doom, and Punisher.
Comic Journey in a nutshell. Spawn sucks. I want to write for it. Don't worry about the jobs I got. Finger puppets.
Oh, Lady Fantastic. I like that.
Finger puppet. I got one, two. Which finger am I going to use for your puppet? Freaking Lady Fantastic. You got comments. You always got back in.
There you go. Yeah.
Good
Guys
morning.
right at 2099.
Jack is in the building.
Punisher, I like the take that they took.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he's like a lunatic that's he's like a warden basically.
Yeah, I've said that.
That's a decent take. Spidey 2099.
You're wrong. Take it out of your mouth. No, just kidding. You're welcome to your opinion, even if it's wrong.
I didn't say it was horrible. I just said
I get the whole.
I honestly think that the reason Spawn lasted 300 issues is because Todd is a fantastic businessman.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's profited off of that comic's sales, all 300 of those issues. I think that's his baby, and he's not going to let it die.
Every
Period.
single one of those issues out of those 300 is an advertisement for his other stuff. Every single one that he has.
Yeah, I'm a huge Todd McFarlane fan.
So he's getting paid to advertise for his other products. He's smart. He is super, super smart.
Yeah, he's a fantastic businessman.
And I'll tell you something else. The quality of that comic, if you picked up a recent
not everyone
Spawn for $2.99.
Bye.
Night, Spidey.
We'll miss you.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Spidey. The quality of that comic, paper-wise, for a $2.99 comic book is phenomenal. Like I'm shocked that he still has a $2.99 cover price.
The only thing cheap about Todd McFarlane's toys are the price point for what you get. It is insane. He has the best toys for price out there. Always has, and he's been like revolutionary in the toy market since the 90s. Like,
I give the guy super.
Toys made Todd rich, absolutely.
And he's got big balls because he does everything his way.
Yep.
No, he's not a sellout like the other. He's like, I'm doing my thing. Nah, listen, I'm not going to criticize other people for selling out. Your life, though, do you want to be a sellout? Be a sellout. You know, you're making your earning, you're feeding your family. But he stuck to his conviction, and he's like, I'm going to do it my way. I don't give a shit, and it worked.
I did it my way.
Todd even made his uncle rich, Uncle Kenny.
Not to be confused with Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, Todd is the man. He's in my top 5 comic creators. Like not just for like writing Spawn, just like as a whole for what all he's done. Like he's awesome.
I firmly believe that he's in that third generation of Mount Rushmore for all the comic industry. Firmly believe it. He's like the same kind of like the way you have Stan Lee, Kirby, those guys,
Neil Adams, like fighting for creators' rights, and
in their Mount Rushmore, he's in that 90s generation, 80s, 90s generation Mount Rushmore. He's by far like I don't even know who's even close to him as far as accomplishments. You know, you could talk about how great Jim Lee's art is, and it is. But as far as what he's done for the industry, I don't think he's done as much as McFarlane, not even close.
Bearded, what is happening? His uncle became the go-to color printer for comics. Everyone was going to him. Always looked at Spawn like a Batman Venom mix. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's exactly what it was. He'll never shy away from that. He knows where he got influence from.
Death Shroud. Journey, what do your hands think?
What the fuck is a death shroud?
That's it.
It's a shroud you get wrapped up in when you die, like the Shroud of Turin.
Turin, yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. I was 10 when Spawn #1 released, so it's impacted me. Same here. I love the movie still. It's corny now, but
it didn't age well. But for the time,
dude, they put the whole budget into his suit and the cape effects. But I like the little. I don't know, man. I just enjoyed it. I watched it.
I think you could have found somebody better than Leguizamo as a Vindicator, but hey,
Violator.
I
don't know. I think that was like an impressive performance, especially knowing like the pain and discomfort he was inside that suit to put it on.
As much as it pains me, I have to agree with Lady Fantastic. The animated show was done so damn well.
The HBO show.
It was way ahead of its time.
We have an agreement between the two. I think that's the show there, Mark. I think
we appreciate everyone stopping by.
That HBO show it's watchable today. It aged well. It's good. Really,
Yeah,
really
all the shots in hell with Malbolgia and stuff were like Super Nintendo style graphics, almost legitimate, like Nintendo 64 looking graphics.
But the movie, not so much. And everybody's holding their breath for that new Spawn movie. It's gonna keep holding your breath. It's gonna take another decade. McFarlane's great at spinning and creating hype. He'll keep that. He'll keep milking that Spawn movie hype until he's good and ready to reveal it. The sad thing is he wants to write it, which I don't think is a good idea.
Yeah, you got to let somebody come in behind you and polish it up. For the longest time, he was wanting to direct it and didn't want to budge off that. I don't know if he's still on that same mentality or what.
I don't know.
He's got Jamie Foxx cast for Al Simmons. I'm not for that.
I'm pretty sure he already announced the director. Actually,
it could work.
I don't know if it was an unknown or something.
Maybe it was the writer. I think he announced the writer.
Jamie Foxx could work. I'm not going to say that it can't, but he's getting older.
Dude, he's going to look the same for another 15 years.
Yeah, but he can't do the stunts.
I don't know. Well, yeah, does he even need to? Because he's in a mask.
I guess you're right. Yeah, but you know what the thing is with the superhero movies? They make them without the mask for half the movie purposely, because all those actors have egos and they want their face to be seen. That's and it costs them cheaper to do it without the mask with the special.
I think
effects.
usually it's a decision on the studio that they want their face to be seen because they're big actors, not necessarily because of the ego. Sometimes yes, but
not true. The Spider-Man. Most of the time they had him without the mask was because of the egos.
Tyler, I got a question completely on topic. It's been a while since Lee's been on this hangout. He used to be a staple of this hangout, and it has me out of the loop. How close are you and Lee to getting him a plane ticket to come over here? I know that was the plan with the channel membership and all that.
Yeah, it still is. We're over 1,000, and it's probably gonna. I want to say we're at like 12 or 1,300. I'd need a double check on the numbers.
Do y'all have a general target goal y'all want to hit before y'all start looking and actually seeing what specific y'all need to hit?
At least 3,000 is what it's going to take for round trip. So we're coming up on halfway. It's going to be a minute, but
hurry up.
The channel memberships and super chats really help. It'll come eventually.
So I tell my wife.
And he's saving money as well. So, because we're going to go, or at least he's going to travel around the country as much as he can.
Well, yeah, if he's going to come all the way here, he's going to want to go as much anywhere he can.
I know he's going to try to hit a target a time when there's a.
I'd love to see
on an event or something.
A con. We're definitely going to center it around a con.
I really hope that when that time comes, he still has that long beard, and that he travels around with a backpack like a hobo, and you follow him around with the camera and document the whole thing.
Then he could just be in California, right?
Yeah, it'll work.
Oregon and Seattle.
Isn't that the same place?
No.
It's West Coast. It's all the same.
He probably wouldn't want to come do that here in New York. He'd freeze his ass off unless he comes in the summer.
He can put a flannel on and be lumbersexual.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Lumbersexual?
Yeah.
Man, I can't keep up these days.
People who
Oregon Wime. I was wondering if you were watching Oregon Wime.
Well, why not?
He said Portland.
Portland is not Seattle. No, it's not. But Portland is weird. Seattle's a little different. But they're different than California too. But lumbersexual is a thing. That's all the people who the what do you call them? What was the term for the these the guys that would get all prettied up and whatnot, but then they try to make themselves look like they're
Metrosexual.
lumberjacks. Metrosexuals, yes.
That's
You
what
take
we
the
have in
metro,
New York.
you take the metrosexual, but then you put them in flannel with jeans and some Timberland boots and a big long beard and a knit cap. Then all of a sudden they're lumbersexual.
Twinks? What the hell's a Twinks?
Twink is something.
I have no idea.
Tune into morning penis talk.
Lady F said, "Fuck boys." Is that what twinks are?
I guess.
I don't know.
BOIS, yes.
Apparently so. I learned a new word today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
hipster.
call
Yeah,
that
that's
hipster.
another one. Hipster. Yeah, the hipsters.
Hipsters are very different from metrosexuals. They're very
Yes.
different.
Yeah, well, the lumbersexual
But not
is kind of a
necessarily where he
lumbersexual
lives.
is kind of a combination between the two, the hipster and the metrosexual, but then all dumped into, like I said, the flannel gear and stuff. That's all.
There's a differential between a hipster, a yuppie, a metrosexual.
Yuppies refers to the 80s.
Yeah.
We got different classifications here.
Yeah. The twunks. Wow.
Portland does have good. There's one place that does really crazy donuts.
What's up?
Hey!
I'll give him that much.
What a nice surprise.
All right, now that you're here, tell
this one
Comic
here.
Journey why he's wrong about everything he said so far.
Yeah, there's
That
your
would mean I was listening.
lumbersexual.
He's
Thank
not
you, Marcus.
lumbersexual.
Did you hear all the lumbersexual talk? That's why you jumped on and heard it?
No, I heard you the first time. I just ignored you the first time too.
How about I keep saying it until you stop ignoring me?
As we like to say, proper job.
Ohio
see-
is full of lumbersexuals. That's why.
See, that's the one thing you guys don't understand. The more you ignore me, doesn't mean that I'm going to go away. It's just going to amplify my efforts.
No, but hit and remove, that makes you go away.
Oh, but here's the wonderful thing. I have the power of my own channel, so I could go rant
But,
and rave
but
all I
if we're not
want.
there, do we even notice?
Oh, you will notice. Believe me. Sooner or later, it'll creep along your notifications, and you will notice.
If I unsubscribe, would I even know?
Yes, you will.
I don't think
I'm
that's how
that
it
kind of
works.
presence.
Presents. Oh, what did you get me?
Herpes, the gift that never goes away.
Wow.
Very thoughtful.
It's bold of you to think that I'd
Didn't have them. Greg, what's new with you, my man?
Man, not much. Just living the dream. So, just reading comics and making content like y'all. So,
What's some good recent reads?
oh man,
Comic Journey's herpes.
most recent reads. I've just been going. I'm starting to reread Die because I actually haven't read that whole series, so I'm on volume 1 right now. And volume 1's been fantastic. So, currently, I did. Mark, you'll be happy. I didn't pick up Lazarus Planet originally, and then I went back and did it because you told me to.
I don't feel like I told you directly to, though, did I?
No,
Okay.
but
It
you
was a good read, man. Did you
in
read
your
it?
content, you said to go back and read it. So I was like, all right.
Oh, thank you, by the way, for telling us to read it. I did. I did not like it. The art was good, though.
I didn't buy it
You're
because
almost like,
I
you're
wasn't
almost like Taylor, Journey. If you don't like something, that means it's on the right path.
No, actually, the stuff I like is the stuff that is freaking awesome. But nobody ever reads the stuff I read. But
But we're not into porn.
No.
Here, did you get a chance to read it yet?
Which one?
Alpha,
Is that this week's?
the Lazarus Planet Alpha.
Yeah, I actually haven't gotten to go to my LCS yet for get any of my books for this week. So
No, it was the one that came out first, the first issue.
oh, that's the one I picked up. Then yeah. That was the one I picked up.
And I got the Kryptonian one.
Yeah, the Kryptonian. So like it looks like the way this is formatted, it's not like an event like how you have like the Judgment Day that Marvel did or the Dark Crisis. It's kind of just like a little fun little bonus thing. So it's just a series of one shots. You have like the Lazarus Planet Alpha at the end says to be concluded and Lazarus Planet Omega, but the one shots that are going to come out between the two, because they're only 1 month apart, they kind of just add context and show you what's happening on other parts of the planet.
Well, like
But
the map you're talking about that they have in the middle.
yeah, so it's really hard to explain. I guess it's kind of weird that they did it like this versus just doing like issue 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all just issue ones.
It almost seems like what they did with War of Realms. Marvel did it years back where it was like you had your, but just not as long. Like you had your event in 2 or 3 books, and then it was like, oh, you can follow the Punisher story arc that loosely ties into it, but has nothing to do with it, kind of.
Yeah, this all like so far we've only got like Alpha and Assault on Krypton, and it ties in directly. Like Assault on Krypton opens up with them crashing into the Hall of Justice because and you read Alpha, right? The first one you said,
yeah.
Like it starts out with them flying into the Hall of Justice, and they land, but and they're pretty much already like, all right, we have to get moving, blah blah blah. But it starts out.
We go here.
Yeah, it starts out with them having the conversation and getting Bruce onto a table and getting him stable. So it's adding context. So it's almost like it's playing scenes out of order, then focusing on stuff that you haven't seen at all yet as well. You find out like why they're going to the Tower of Fate. You see them get the information and make the plan. Thank you, Journey. You see them get the information and make the plan and everything, and why they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, the next one that comes out this coming week is We Were Once Gods. It'll be focusing on like Captain Marvel, Shazam, and a couple other the Magic-based characters, as well as Martian Manhunter.
I did like the cover art on the Kryptonian one.
Yeah, I had to pick up the. I don't pick up too many variants at all, but I had to get that one just because I feel like that's kind of like the marketing image that they did for the event, with the volcano erupting with the Superman S. I enjoyed the Mercy Graves story that was in the new one as well. That was pretty tough.
Now, is this going to be part of the true timeline, or is it going to be an Elseworlds thing at the end of the day?
It's definitely no. It's not Elseworlds. It's actual stuff like what you see on the cover there. That's going to be explored in actual detail and length in the upcoming series. Adventures of Superman John Kent. How they just had the John Kent series that wrapped up with Superman 1050 getting here. It's just kind of pivoting into the next series. So but it's all primary timeline, yeah.
All right, because I'm kind of getting sick of them branching out in a million Elseworlds, even though I like the Elseworlds, and being confused. Is this reality? Is this not reality? Is this the part of
this is primary timeline. So one thing it looks like DC is doing, they played fast and loose with their continuity for a handful of years now for a handful of different reasons. Like one of them being just like it's the rubber band effect. You had the New 52, which was like the tightest continuity attempt in comic book history, and it really backfired in a lot of ways. So they kind of went the other way and just like, y'all just write stories. If you want to tie into stuff, just address it in like the narrator bubbles or something and stuff like that, But they're kind of bringing it all back in a little bit. They're honing it in and putting a lot of they're using Dark Crisis as kind of like the flag in the ground, like following Dark Crisis kind of thing, this and that. And we're getting into this next little era. Everything's getting branded Dawn of the DCU. So they're trying to get everything time lined up with each other kind of stuff going into that. So the upcoming Superman issue will be the first one branded Dawn of the DCU. I'm sure that the John Kent issue 1 will be the same thing. And so this event is only like just January and February,
And then it's all launching in March?
The Dawn of the DCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the official kickoff, but we'll be getting our first book of it with Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. But Superman 1, because Superman is getting an all new issue number 1 for the first time since like the 80s or something. And that'll be like, I think that's the one that they're like flag polling as number 1. But I think it's Action Comics 1051 is getting the treatment with the Dawn of the DCU banner on it. Because it'll be the first issue of Action Comics with the new format where you have almost like an anthology book focusing on the super family with Philip Kennedy Johnson writing as well as other people in there.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it because it's kind of, DC is known for being darker and grittier, more mature content, this and that. But they're looking to kind of like bring some of that hope back into their brand, across the brand, which I don't think is a bad idea at all.
Well, I mean, I think that's why you have a label like Black Label at DC. Like, you've got your gritty, and then you can expand a little bit more on some of your other universes. So,
yeah, I don't think a title like Superman needs to have like people thinking, "Oh, this is Superman." Yeah, it's gritty, it's darker, it's more. No. There should be characters that have those traits. But the tone of the title itself shouldn't be. You have titles like Batman for brooding, and dealing with more violent elements by nature. But yeah, I think it's important for the different titles to have very different distinguishable tones and feels to them. And to Lady's question, does Elseworlds even exist anymore? Yes, it's just called Black Label.
I mean, that really is. But those, whenever you saw that Elseworld logo on a book, you knew you were getting something good.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Gotham by Gaslight, like Speeding Bullets.
So if Elseworlds is now Black Label, what is Vertigo? Because Black Label is supposed to be Vertigo.
Vertigo is non-existent. Black Label is just to let you know that these titles are not your canon primary universe. And the thing with Black Label, the thing with Elseworlds, they all exist inside of the multiverse. If you have a writer in Kingdom Come as Elseworlds, Jeff Johns took the Justice Society and they brought over Superman from Earth 22 and brought him into the primary universe. You can solidify an Elseworlds title or a Black Label title anytime you want, but the point of like Vertigo, Sandman universe, Black Label, any of those imprints is just to let the reader know in a moment's thought that this is not primary reading, like to keep up with Batman from last week or to keep up with what happened in Superman last week. I don't need to read this one this week. This is its own story. Really just means it stands on its own. It's not part of the ongoing catalog.
I thought that Black Label was supposed to replace Vertigo. That was my initial thoughts.
From my gathering, that was just more of a thing that comic book like us people said of like, oh, this is just a new Vertigo. Like, I think what Mark was saying, that it is supposed to be just a way to tell darker Elseworld stories that they wanted to, is really it.
Which Vertigo is that? Because like Hellblazer was under Vertigo. It's because I think when they first were like really selling out the whole Black Label idea, they're like, we're going to get the top tier writers, the top tier artists to come in and do whatever they want on these books. Which Vertigo could fall under that. Elseworlds falls under that. All of these things, they just umbrellaed it all and just rebranded it.
All I want to see is a good, solid, ongoing Lobo Black Label book.
You're not going to see an ongoing though in Black Label. That's part of the thing is they're bringing in the creators to tell shorter stories and let it be theirs. I think the longest thing you've had is what, 3? Has it been longer than 3?
Dead Earth was 4, and you have
okay.
Yeah, I think that was about it because everything else has been roughly 3. Yeah.
I mean, that seems like the Superman year 1 kind of.
Now they do take stuff like the White Knight, Sean Gordon Murphy's White Knight universe. They Black Labeled those because of the mature content in it.
Okay.
And those are also in their own universe, and those go for like 7 issues.
Yeah,
and those aren't prestige format issues either.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking
format issues are only 3 or 4.
But they have some other Black Label stuff that isn't prestige format.
Batman Joker Deadly Duos coming out right now under Black Label again because of the mature content. Yeah, if something's straight up mature content, it's automatically Black Labeled as well. I can't think of anything that's been mature content not Black Labeled since they started.
They should have turned DC Vampires and Deceased Black Label.
Well, I guess that's semi-mature. You don't get any of like the language or anything like that. They don't edit out bad language and stuff in Black Label for the most part. Like how you get all those like little symbols instead of curse words in comics. They just put the cuss words in them.
No, the only censor Batman's pee-pee. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is on the table.
Well, it isn't like they recalled his PP. They put out his PP, then they put out one.
They canceled his PP.
No, they didn't.
And they changed the art in the very next issue.
Bermejo didn't do the art in the next issue.
They had to edit it.
What did they edit out of issue 2? I don't remember that.
Well, because we didn't see it. They edited it before it came out.
I'm saying you don't know what it was, though?
Well, it's unconfirmed, but it sounds like we were going to see Harley's boobs. They took a page out, and they edited the art.
Roscoe, I would love to see Garth Ennis write the Lobo, and I would love to see Beasley do the art. I think that would be a dynamic team for Lobo.
If you want to see Harley's boobs, though, be sure to check out Remy Q Studios. Let's talk about it.
You can see more than just the boobs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get to see the box.
I think she had her Cobra flaps out.
Yeah, he went
Bearded, aren't you glad you jumped on here?
You know,
Did anyone watch The Last of Us?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know how it took 2 hours to bring that up, but
because I really watched it, and the very next day was on Comic Man Andy's, watching his, just deep diving on it. I assumed everyone has gone back and watched that by now. They'll be doing that every Monday on Comic Man Andy's channel. Yeah, The Last of Us was I give that a 9 out of 10.
so
I'm a hard
good.
sell on 10 out of 10, but man, it was fantastic.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either.
You've got to watch it. I've never played the game. I don't know anything about it.
Me neither.
Episode 1 was incredible. It really was.
Yeah, I have every intention to. I just haven't.
Oh, speaking of,
Did somebody say Cobra Flaps?
I was about to say, speaking of Cobra Flat,
Oh, wait. Oh.
How y'all doing this morning?
doing good. Did you watch the new HBO show, The Last of Us? Episode 1 came out.
Yes.
It's counter programming to At Week's End, so I assume that everyone watches it at a different time.
Yeah, 100% I watched it. In fact, it inspired me to watch Chernobyl right afterwards because I was like, oh, from the creators of, I'll check that out.
Oh, Chernobyl is amazing too.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, that was actually going to be what Let's Talk About It was based on. I was just going to do The Last of Us exclusive, but I don't know, maybe tonight.
I was so happy to see you change your format to a more mature reader, more mature audience on, Let's Talk About It.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to outdo Mr. Whack Daddy and his wife this week coming up?
What?
Well, aren't you going to keep doing your show with your wife?
So we were going to do it yesterday, but we actually had to put our dog down yesterday. So we ended up not doing that.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, we had to put Boo down.
Sorry, buddy.
Sad.
Yeah, it was
She
yesterday was
attacked
not
somebody,
fun.
killed somebody.
She viciously attacked somebody.
Oh, that makes sense.
Our
yeah.
4-pound dog.
Yes.
No, she was sick and it was really sad.
How is Lisa doing?
She's okay, but it's not fun. I think most people go through that at some point.
That's why I don't get a dog.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm serious.
It's really
that's
sad.
That's the reason I don't want to get a pet, because I don't want to have to go through that. I feel bad when my fish dies.
Oh, I've killed many fish.
Well, you can't put
Both,
fish in
both
Kool-Aid,
fishing
so you
and
get-
in a tank.
Yeah, I learned it the hard way.
Can you putting CJ down.
CJ down.
Look at this guy. He comes in here. He immediately gets violent with me. What do you want to put me down? Everybody wants to put me down for what reason?
Is that rhetorical or
Can we answer that?
Why don't you answer it? Go ahead. Why don't you answer it?
Why don't you answer it?
Let's hear what you have to say.
I don't have a reason. I just
Mr. Lumber Sexual, let's hear what you have to say about why we should put Journey down. Does the Cobra Flaps qualify as a lumber sexual because he has a chainsaw, or does he need a beard?
I can't grow a beard. Don't. That doesn't work over here. I tried.
Did you see Ryan Otley posted this? The trailer will be out soon.
I don't trust him ever since Hulk. I don't trust anybody.
I think he was the only reason it was even kind of readable.
Was it readable?
No, it was not. But the art was fantastic.
The
art was next level good.
That's basically what they did. Bizarre ass. I don't know what to even make out of that Hulk run.
When he was fighting that giant Wolverine for God knows what reason, I was like, "Wow,
Wolverine's
this looks amazing!"
Short, so yeah,
but I hate every second of this. But wow, it looks great.
Did Wolverine get into some Pym particles that made him a giant Wolverine?
No, it was all in his mind.
It was just it was in his head. What was that show that did that? It was all a dream, Dallas or something.
Yeah, who shot JR?
Biggie, what is it other than the art that you are enjoying about the Hulk? I'm
not reading it anymore, so
no, because Biggie's saying he's still enjoying it.
Biggie,
I'm a huge Hulk fan.
It's like Thor: Love and Thunder for Biggie.
I'm convinced that Biggie literally just waits on everyone to unanimously agree on something, then he jumps in.
Yeah,
and this is also coming from Biggie, who literally just said earlier in the chat, "I don't read new comic books."
Biggie, you've had the link, by the way, for a while now. I sent it to you as soon as
I sent it to him.
Maybe Biggie's really enjoying the Silver Age Hulk.
He said
Remy,
he was looking for
a
his
big Hulk
charger
fan too. Can you appreciate this thing that they're doing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, Jeremy.
I haven't been reading it now.
Oh, sorry. You said you weren't buying new ones, not reading. I apologize, Biggie.
I don't know. I think it'd be more interesting if they guest appeared the Kool-Aid Man in that comic rather than sending him into space.
Isn't there a Kool-Aid Man comic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think you mean, oh yeah. That you missed your never mind.
Yeah, we did. We missed it. You took it for us,
Jamie,
thank you.
Or
it kind of Justin makes
maybe
it look,
we just danced around it.
Justin makes it look like Mark has wide shoulders.
we do this a lot.
Scoot over just a little bit. There you go.
You look like a Dick Tracy character.
Yeah, it's like a bad drawing where they extended the shoulder.
It's the Picasso, Mark.
It's that Neil Adams extended leg Superman cover.
It's too distracting. That's all I see now.
Yeah. Mark needs to start yelling about something.
Here, I'll just slide over a little bit. It's
like this.
There. Wait, now he has.
At least you're in your normal spot, though. The last time when you had a different angle, it was too much for me. I can't handle it. It's too much change.
Throwing me off
That
sitting
poor
over here. I gotta move
Spider-Man.
back.
What do you think the Kool-Aid Man yells when this is happening?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
People said they wanted to see puppets. Well, maybe not.
I think this was Mark's dream when he first thought of the show. He was like, Hopefully one day.
I get a Kool-Aid man fucking a Spider-Man.
With
God,
bearded comic bro on the
What
channel.
are you thinking, Rob? Well, get your mind out of the gutter. All he's doing is helping Spider-Man up.
He's helping him to do his Spider-Man's working on his somersaults, and he's and Kool-Aid Man's there for support to try to help him.
He threw his back out. He threw his back out, and he can't bend over, so he's trying to pick him up. Oh yeah, that's basically all he's doing. Yeah,
got it.
And it's not even Spider-Man; it's fake Spider-Man. This is Ben Reilly.
Oh well, he got fucked.
What? Comixology is firing thousands of employees, might shut down. I saw that article where they're looking to reduce like some 16,000 employees over at Amazon. So they're targeting Comixology as one of the things that's going to be taking some big hits. I'm sure there's more things involved in that.
They're canceling all their digital magazine subscriptions too. That's all shutting down in September. And so I think they're taking out basically their entire digital reading that's not like novels. Just cleaning
It's
out.
not profitable enough.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the industry, but I can't tell you when was the last time a magazine was probably profitable or a newspaper. But
actually, that might be an opportunity for somebody to swoop in and buy that entire library from Comixology.
Well, Amazon is the one who owns Comixology now.
Yeah, they just bought them like a year ago, right?
And
Roughly.
on top of that, Amazon now, you saw yesterday, they announced that they're ending their Smile program. So they're no longer going to allow you to give a piece of the sales to charity. So they're
Everyone's going to be frowning.
Well, no, so you had if you had shopped at like smile.amazon.com instead of.
Never heard of it.
Well, it was a thing where you could it was exactly the same as buying normally through Amazon.com, but it was a subset that allowed you to designate a charity. And basically, for all your regular shopping, a portion of that would go to that charity. And then once a quarter, they would cut a check to these charities. And so there's a ton of charities that were getting money from this, but they sent out a notice saying that as effective next month, they're ending that program and they're claiming it as, we just didn't make the impact that we wanted to make, even though they kept telling you all the time, look how much money we were giving to charity and all this stuff. Now it's like, we just want to keep that money. Forget it. We're done. We're done giving away some of our profits. We're just going to take all the profits. So,
well, they'll find another way to manipulate,
which is sad. Because at least you made feel bad when you were putting local businesses out of business. It made you feel at least a little bit good that you were giving to charity at the same time. But now you're just being evil, 100%. But damn it, I get paper towels delivered to my front door for less than I can buy them at the store.
Hooray!
And I don't have to go outside and interact with people. Yes,
that's the big victory.
That's right. As I'm working on my cabin in Montana. As I work on my cabin in Montana and my manifesto, it's important that I don't have to actually interact with the people I plan to one day take out. Isn't that right, Remy?
Yep. I agree. Let's take them all out.
Yes.
I don't blame Amazon for anything. I blame everybody else that let them get to that point. I really do.
You know who I blame? It's Sears Roebuck Company.
Well, Amazon was early to it all, right? They were like one of the first online.
Well, they were online selling, doing their books, right? The funny thing is, and the hilarious thing to me is the fact that they became the big company, and Sears Roebuck is basically going out of business in their brick and mortar. When Sears built this before shopping malls and everything else as a catalog order company, you could get anything in the world you wanted. You could order it and have it delivered to your home. And then they got so stuck in brick and mortar when the internet came, they said, you know what? The internet's not really a thing. We're going to stick with the brick and mortar. And then when the internet was a thing, they said, hey, you know what? We're going to double down. We're going to buy this Kmart that's gone out of business and gone bankrupt. Let's buy that because we're going to double down on brick and mortar. and now they're nothing. And you go like, oh, what happened? Sears could have been the Amazon if they had just stuck to what their core roots used to be. But for some
you
reason,
almost have to like look at brick and mortars, especially with companies as big as that, is like just inventory warehouses people can come in and purchase from. You know, you can't really. You have to, if they just structure it like that.
Yeah, you know who else could have done it was Service Merchandise. There was another company that you could have.
Well, who do you blame? Toys R Us or Amazon for Toys R Us shutting down?
No, Toys R Us shutting down was
these days. The only person I interact with is my Uber Eats guy, and I ain't complaining.
Why do you interact with him? I just have him ring the doorbell and leave it at the step and go away. Then I watch on my Nest. I watch on my Nest camera until he's in the car, so that way I don't even have to say thank you to him. I just let him drive off, and then I can go get my food.
People interaction, like I thankfully I live in the South, so with like the lockdown and stuff, like we didn't participate, and we're all still here. So like I still saw people, and
people suck though.
Only if you hang out with sucky people.
Wow.
Real quick, I personally blame myself for Toys R Us downfall because I wasn't buying enough toys.
Same.
That's true.
It's pretty much
I think they're trying to become everything, doing their Kids R Us and their Babies R Us and all that.
Yeah.
Well,
and they got into mega. They would go rather than just do the stuff inside like a big store. They'd get into these separate storefronts and just the real estate. There are a lot of retail stores that expanded in the late 80s and in the early 90s or through the mid 90s. A lot of them they were so intent on setting up new storefronts, they did not pay attention to the long-term leases on a lot of these or do good business sense. They just assumed that they would continue to make money, and they got into leases that were inexpensive maybe in the first 5 years, but then they just started scaling up, and then they could not sell enough product out of the store to pay for the leases, and they'd have to shut down stores just because they couldn't afford it. That happened throughout like a lot of Circuit Cities and Good Guys and some other electronic stores, and Toys R Us was a victim of a lot of places just went ridiculous.
Yeah, Toys R Us refused to develop their web presence in the beginning, gave Amazon the rights.
Yeah.
And by the time they caught wind that, hey, this internet is something people actually buy here, it was too late. They developed something towards the end, but it was like, way too late. People were buying from Amazon instead of from Toys R Us at that point.
It's almost like it's the same thing of Blockbuster, right? When you see the competitors doing it and you're like, oh, let's go do that then. Let's also ship out movies into our store. It's like, well, Netflix already had a market on.
And they had a chance to buy Netflix.
They did, and they're like, "Nah, we're too good." And then, I mean,
we got this
for $1 million.
They were like, you know what? Netflix is like, we'll ship them out. And then once that was successful, Blockbuster changed their model that you could get them in stores, you could get them shipped to you, but it was too little too late.
Blockbuster didn't even try to have their own streaming rental thing like Vudu and stuff, but it went nowhere.
I know they had the kiosks for a little bit too. I got a couple of those.
Those the red box things, yeah.
Yeah, they had it was like a Blockbuster thing. It came in like a big plastic thing, and then you had to put the disc in it and then slide it in.
It's the problem. Who the hell wants to do that? Who wants to go to a freaking box, get a freaking DVD, and then go put it back in there? And if it doesn't acknowledge it, then you got to sit there and dispute it that I already put it in and you didn't acknowledge it. It's a pain in the ass. The whole thing. Does that red box thing still exist?
Yeah. I have one. I have a bunch by me.
Yeah, I went to Kroger just like 2-3 days ago, and it's like one of the red boxes, like with two next to each other side by side, and there's people at both screens and people waiting to rent movies. Movies are back. That's the thing. Movies.
Yeah, but you can rent any movie you want.
Yeah, but it's cheap. And I get what you're saying, CJ, but it's what, $1.50 to rent a new movie. Where
you also got to keep in mind they're at grocery stores, they're at places where you're not going out of your way. Half the time you're going to these places anyways. You're not like, hey,
I think their big money is in video games actually, because renting a video game rather than paying $60. I don't know if you can rent video games online. Maybe you can.
Not
that used to be big with Blockbuster. Renting out the video games used to be a big deal with the Blockbuster. Yep. The dick. What did you say? The dick.
What
of-
is happening
Blockbuster.
here? What is happening? I watched a Dick and Blockbuster versus Netflix last week. The Dick I didn't see.
I didn't
It
see the
was-
dick
It
either.
was a
It was a
doc.
documentary.
a doc on Block. Oh, okay.
Spidey, did you see the dick? Oh, he's a little preoccupied.
They were renting consoles. So I remember that they'd have them in the hard black cases up on the side. You would take one down, like, I want to borrow this.
TJ. Has Melissa McCarthy made a terrible movie? I don't think so.
Has she made a good movie?
Yeah,
Should
all
start
of them.
here.
You've never seen Tammy?
Tammy. Yes, we just
The
said
classic.
that. Dude, that movie is awesome.
It's something. I don't know if awesome is the word.
I
But it's
love
something.
it.
Yeah, that, you know what? I would use the same word. Something. They're all.
It
Something.
is. It does exist.
It was made.
I was working at a theater when that came out, so I saw it for free, and I wish I had gotten my money back still.
Dude, I thought the movie was hilarious.
Even though you were being paid.
See, what is another one she did? Like Identity Theft with Jason Bateman. You know, Sandy.
The one with Sandra Bullock wasn't too bad.
Yeah, where there were cops.
Heat. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Heat.
I knew Bearded. would know.
Bridesmaid.
No, Bridesmaids doesn't count. That movie's amazing.
Murder. What is it? Happy Time Murders with the puppets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I never saw that one.
I heard it was so bad I ended up not seeing it.
I wish I didn't even know these existed. To be quite honest.
Ghostbusters. Yeah, she was in that, right? There's
Oh yeah,
another good one.
Spy.
Ghostbusters was fantastic. Probably the best Ghostbusters out of the four of them, right? Am I
Oh,
right?
definitely.
I'm out. That's
Dude,
not
I'm
even
like-
funny to joke about. I'll watch. We're
Ghostbusters
not taking that.
Afterlife was fan freaking tastic. I heard that they're doing a follow up to that one too.
Was that Women Ghostbusters supposed to be a Elseworlds, or was it supposed to like be?
Yeah, it was because they had the
Yeah,
original.
it was a
the
completely
original Ghostbusters in
reimagining.
different roles.
Yeah,
It was just
some
Yeah.
people would say it was an upgrade.
Some.
But only,
I didn't
only the
hate
people
it.
who made
See,
it.
I'm with Rob. I didn't hate. I think it gets bashed a lot, but like I enjoyed it. I laughed. Like I'm not gonna put it as better than the original Ghostbusters by any means, but I absolutely like for what they were trying to do. I enjoyed it, and I was like, man, this was fun. But
The new one that came out was kind of sad, actually.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Kicked you in the feelies there at the end.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
the
kind of.
ending. Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was
It
good.
was, it was a good movie.
About 30 years too late, but it was good.
Nope, sure wasn't. It would make no sense if you made it 30 years ago, CJ.
Yeah, he was alive.
I wish there was one.
That would have been a weird twist, I guess.
Look, if 2022 taught anybody anything, it should be that long waits between movies is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It couldn't
Yeah.
be more relevant. This whole mentality of it's too late, they should have done it. No, that's actually why movies are bad. Movies are bad because they think they have to make another one within a year or two.
Instantly.
That's what's ruining them. The quality.
Well, I'll tell you what I've been waiting for, and everybody should want to see this. Conan the King should come out with Schwarzenegger as Conan.
Is he just going to sit on the throne? That's
He's
all?
Conan the King. He's supposed to be old anyway. No, isn't he?
It's awful. No.
I think they should get Jason Momoa back with it.
He'll be on the porcelain throne with some prune juice.
Bring me my prunes.
That's what I would. Come on, you wouldn't go watch that in theater.
Hold on, wait for the second movement.
Of course I would.
Bring me my wheelchair.
Conan Barbarian was the first real Marvel movie.
He'll be using his sword as a cane.
You know, oh God. Oh, oh.
all right, fellas, I gotta hop off.
Still
See,
waiting
man.
on that sequel to Last Starfighter. That's another good one. All right, Greg, take it easy, man. Yeah, that's another good one right there.
Am I the only one that really wants to see that Conan
Yes.
the King? Why? No, I bet you.
Well,
I,
Gary B, I'm sure will, but the rest of us.
No, I would watch it.
I think it would work out perfectly. You put the right director on that.
Yeah,
you know,
it could be good. You never know. I mean, you got to think Top Gun Maverick could have been terrible. If it was handled poorly, it could have been awful.
but
it
the
was
thing is,
perfect.
Conan doesn't have to be young. In Conan the King, he doesn't have to be young. He should be an old, grizzled, angry king.
You subscribe to Arnold.
No, that's what it
Grizzled
worked out
Angry
well.
King. Dude, I would, like I said at the beginning, I'd go see it.
I think it'd be a blockbuster. It'd probably be his biggest grossing film since True Lies.
I think they'd have to handle the budget properly and manage expectations because, like, I don't know.
Well,
That's
you
just
don't
my
have to
thought.
do
I'm
any
not saying I'm
makeup.
right.
He already looks old.
Yeah, but the real thing is that there's going to be History of the World Part 2 finally.
Damn, that's been a long wait since, like, what, the late 70s,
It's going to
early
be a
80s?
TV show on Hulu, baby.
It's good to be the king.
Can't wait to see what the Black Knight will do in that one.
That was Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Well, they're going to put it in there.
Justin just every now and then just looks up. What are you working on over there, JB?
I'm working on. There was a hockey player by the name of Darren McCarty. and
Never
he's
heard of it.
decided to turn his life story into a comic.
Why would you want to see Kelsey Grammer as the Beast? Like today's Kelsey Grammer. I didn't want to see Kelsey Grammer as the Beast when he was originally the Beast. He was already like an old guy for the Beast.
You can call it Hank.
I didn't
Old
read
man
that.
Beast.
There you go.
He's just losing his fur and just scratching the whole time.
Didn't
Lynx,
they have
I
a
have to
kindergarten cop
disagree.
too?
I have to disagree with you. They put that movie out. Everybody's gonna want to go see it.
I disagree as well. Like the movies that he's done, like in his like older years, like did y'all watch Maggie? Tyler leaves, and he's probably the only person that watched it. Like where he's the father to the little girl, and it's kind of like post-apocalyptic times
Yeah.
and stuff.
And she's dying.
Yeah, dude, that was
Yeah.
fantastic. There's ways that you can take these actors like Stallone and Arnold and put them in roles that is not what we normally envision them as, and it just lands. It absolutely lands.
Hey, Stallone did it with Expendables. He made a freaking whole franchise out of something with a whole bunch of old, washed-up action stars.
Yeah, Expendables is awesome. There hasn't been a bad one of those.
Yeah, but the problem with the Expendables is
They
that
keep
it was like
killing the
10
stuff.
years ago, and everybody who was in it is now 10 years older.
Yeah, but a lot of the people that were in those original Expendables were 10 years older, too old at that time, but it still worked.
Yeah.
They had freaking Harrison Ford in one. He couldn't even walk, and it still worked.
And now he's going to be an MCU character. And to E-Man's question here, I shared on my Instagram where Tron 3 is a go. I am so excited. Absolutely love that franchise. I think Tron Legacy was phenomenal. I grew up watching Tron. Talking about blockbuster, that was like a go-to for me and my brothers, that first Tron movie. As far as Jared Leto leading, I couldn't care less as long as you don't put him in a superhero movie. He's a fantastic actor. He just cannot carry a superhero franchise to save his life.
Do we really need more?
Yes, we do.
I don't know. Didn't care for Tron Legacy.
Oh, man, I loved it.
The original was, I mean, I remember loving the original.
Yeah, the original was groundbreaking.
Tron Legacy was groundbreaking and a little too soon for what it was trying to accomplish.
We're gonna get Black Hole too.
Yeah, with the fate. Yeah, you're right. It was.
But at the time, like if you watch it now, you're like, oh wow, you can see where they're starting up that technology. But at the time when it came out, you're like, dude, this is pretty nuts. And the fact that he's not a real person, that Clue is a computer program, it actually helps it work a little bit more as well.
Spoilers.
We need Michael J. Fox and Jason Bateman to come back for Teen Wolf 3.
Yeah, because that hasn't been too long, has it? There's a brand new Teen Wolf. Is it a horror movie that the trailer just dropped for? I just saw it.
There was a TV series for Teen Wolf as well, but
yeah, on MTV.
I'm talking about going back to the roots.
Yeah. Oh, basketball playing?
Is Marty coming back?
With the Michael J. Fox and Jason Bateman, bring them back.
The whole point of Teen Wolf was just to show that hairy men are cool. Because back in the day, like when that came out, you had these basketball players with Daisy Dukes on, with their nuts hanging out and all this hair exposed everywhere because manscaping wasn't a thing. So they're like, how can we keep this cool? I feel like this fad's going to play out. Like, I got an idea. So they take a teenage heartthrob like Michael J. Fox and they make him look like a used car salesman and make him cool.
How could you go wrong with that formula?
I don't think you can.
Hey, it'll work. Hey, I got nothing against Stallone doing his roids. I don't know what you guys think about roids or whatever the case is, but
If
they're
Mud Romania,
actors.
you kids have
Yeah,
fun.
Why would anyone care?
I think people should be all natural, like the Liver King.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely.
The ancestral traits will guide you.
Listen, I look at it like this: they're getting paid millions and millions of dollars to be in front of the screen. Nobody wants to see somebody that's average on the screen. So if they're willing to do that to their body, hey, am I going to be mad at them? No.
They still work for it too. It's not like you take steroids and you're just huge.
Yeah, it's not like a magic pill that they take.
Yeah,
Like, ooh, look at me.
You got to work for that.
You mean average, like 87-year-old Arnold coming back as King
He's still
Conan?
big. He's still a big guy.
Listen, I'm telling you, you don't want to run into too many 80-year-olds like him.
No,
he's a big dude.
And I guarantee you, he
Tom
could
Cruise is
get
getting
it back.
sued for an airplane crash death where a stuntman died. I did not know that, but I did
No.
see on the news where y'all know where who was it? John Travolta, maybe? Who was it that shot somebody on the set of Rust?
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin shot somebody, and the official charges came in of manslaughter. He could face up to 5 years in prison. It's him and I think the stunt coordinator.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all he had to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
How you doing, Nick?
Much better that you're around, Mr. Q. I thoroughly enjoyed Let's Talk About It last night. Miss Angel scared the shit out of me, and I kept looking over my shoulder like she was coming.
That was a rough one. I wish y'all could have saw what was happening off camera. She's like sitting there like fighting back tears.
No, I was thinking about Chip all day yesterday. I even woke up this morning and was like, damn, haven't heard anything from him. And
yeah, she yesterday when I told her, I was like, because she talked about something she wanted to talk about, and I was like, nah, probably not this show. I was like, we'll wait for that. And then so she knew I had like an outline that I wanted to go over. I was like, well, let's wait. We're going to the kids thing. Let's enjoy that. And then it was like, well, now that you've mentioned it. So she kept trying to like get it out of me.
Spidey just can't get up.
I'm wondering if there's ever a point we stop shopping for comics.
Yeah.
Why? Was there a book you decided you wanted that is no good or something?
You know, it is like everybody knows I've been chasing ASM Annual, right? So when I actually see one to buy one, I don't have money. So when I start to get money, there's none to be had.
When are you going to do a round of mystery boxes again?
Well, right now, yeah, $55 shipped, including one 9.8 slab. There's probably 15 or 20 boxes.
So you're just going to curate them as people purchase them?
No, I'm going to get them together. I was just thinking about that.
I'll take one.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Seriously, how the hell do you do that?
There you go.
How do you do that? How do you put $55 boxer with a slab that's 9.8 in there too?
Have you ever got a box from Nick?
Austin,
or have you seen the boxes that he makes?
You know what? Put me down for a box too.
CJ has actually bought a lot of stuff for me on Whatnot when I had my Whatnot sales.
Yeah, but that was all used sex toys.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, don't judge me, man.
And
I don't. I think they still had mileage on them too. I just put them in my mouth.
He's got two on screen right now.
CJ, Remy.
Yeah, I like how they keep changing poses.
Is that Kool-Aid Man banging Spider-Man in the anus?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Austin LeMay
might not be the anus. It's just from
helping. He's just helping Spider-Man up.
This is how you got fired from the gym, CJ, for helping people up.
Honestly, I just have a lot of stuff that I don't want to look at anymore. So
You doing mystery boxes?
yeah, $55 shipped.
Oh shit!
Guaranteed
9.8 slab.
9.8.
One slab,
I
guaranteed
need a good
9.
unboxing video. I haven't done one
Guaranteed
in a while.
Swordmaster, I think, in every
Yeah,
box.
yes,
I can
nothing
make
but
that
sword
happen.
masters,
Nice.
It can make that happen.
You son of a motherfucker!
So there you go,
You
DJ.
son of a fucking.
You can
mother-
double your Swordmaster collection instantly.
Wow.
Nick Eman would like a box too.
I got that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so you made a couple $100 just off this stream. So if you're out there and you're in the mystery box game, consider joining the Legion, where you can come on and peddle your shit as well.
Listen, you guys asked. I didn't peddle it. You guys asked.
Yeah, that is true.
Here we go. Hold on. Justin's here. Hold on. There we go.
There you go.
I got a whole pile of Hot Toys that need to go.
Hey, did you add any other ones? You had some Star Wars stuff, right? You added a few.
Oh
other
yeah,
ones?
I just haven't boxed them up yet, and I want to get them out of the case and in the box before I post more up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, show that one again, because that's kind of Nick's jam right there. Is that
I've got that one
for
already.
Spider-Man?
You're right, Mark. It is my jam, but I got it already.
Oh,
How much is that one, Justin?
I haven't looked it up yet.
Okay. Well, if you have some that you do,
I'll give you $75.
There you go.
I would need more than $75.
I'll do 76, and that's as good as I can do.
I'll do 75, and I'll pay $5 to ship it.
80 and 1 penny.
You win.
$1 million.
What's in that box, Justin?
You want to see the box?
No,
Oregon
what's-
Wine's got a serious question
What's,
for you.
what's in the
Justin.
box? Is it a toy?
You can follow me on Instagram, Justin_Birch_letters. I think I've got like 12 to 16 Hot Toy, maybe more than that, listed on there right now.
But he has like 100 going
I
on.
was gonna say Tyler said it would be a year from now when you start selling those for real. So
Yeah.
No,
I said the Lego thing.
I'm assuming there's a toy in the Hot Toys box, CJ. So
I don't know what the hell this is Hot Toys Spider-Man. I'm asking questions.
I just posted Justin's IG into the chat. If you're not following for real, he is putting up a lot of awesome stuff for good prices and everything. And he said there's a what is it, a 180-day money back guarantee.
I might need a new Spider-Man toy after Kool-Aid's done.
what?
180 days.
180
We're
days.
trying to figure out this whole like
turnaround
rent
time
the
to
hot
ship it as
toys
well.
for content thing.
So CJ, the going like you're a Spider-Man guy. The going rate for that hot toy is $600. Justin said he'll give it to you for $225.
That's cheap, isn't it?
At 600 to 225. That's a crazy.
It's about $375 cheap.
That's pretty good. All right, I'll think about it.
Justin, I'm still
Then you
open to
can
rent
put,
it
you can
for
put a
$40 if you want, and I'll ship it back.
If I take it out of the box, does it lose value?
Nope. As long as
No.
the box stays in condition, they do not lose value. They're out of box collectibles.
I never take it out the box. I never learned the pull out method.
If Kool-Aid molests them, will it lose value or gain value?
Wow.
Lord Jesus.
I'll take
big is
two.
it? How big is your Spider-Man?
That's what she said.
It's a 1/6 scale. So Tom Holland is 4'7", and it's 1/6 of 4'11".
Oh, he's too tall for this Kool-Aid man.
So are you taller than Tom Holland, or
Nick, put me down for 2 of your boxes, sir.
Whoa!
Actually, put me down for a third that we will be giving away tonight on In the Mix.
ooh, nice.
Yes.
That Nick will be giving away tonight on In the Mix.
Yes. And if I win, I'd like to cancel my order, Nick.
As long as the Swordmaster is in there,
Yeah, I don't know if I have 3 sword masters.
well then I don't want one.
Will you take Swordmaster's Iron Fist?
What?
I just wanted to say Swordmaster on it, so
Okay.
you can write it on it. I guess.
don't-
He could be fisting anyone, Nick, as
Yeah.
long as it's with a sword.
I don't get this Swordmaster talk. What are you guys referencing every time? Every
That
time I
absolute
speak?
bullshit, trash ass mystery box. Probably the worst one I've ever seen in my life that you unboxed. Who was it from, DJ?
Right.
Well, let's not say the worst he's seen in his life.
No, it's not
Journey
the
into
worst.
Mystery.
That was literally the worst mystery box I've ever seen.
777 box. That one.
It was not worse. At least there was a mystery involved in it.
Well, I'll say this much: it was not the worst mystery box because somebody thinks there's some value to it. I've seen
they don't. That sticker was a bold-faced lie that whoever wrote
his,
it knew.
His 777
No, when
box
I looked
was
it
the
up, it went
worst
for-
history box ever. That was the worst mystery box ever.
What was the value of that Swordmaster then?
It was
Probably
so
100.
the box was 150 plus shipping. It came out to like 164, I think it was. The last sold on the Swordmaster was 149.99.
Which turns out, if you go read in your comments on that video,
Yeah,
you'll see
that somebody
someone
said
else
that.
went and looked at. Like it just keeps getting relisted and relisted and relisted. It's the same one. It hasn't sold. There's one up for $99.
And actually, it is a fraudulent thing that he said because he said that the box is worth at least 150, and this one was only worth 149.99
based on his calculation. So yeah, he's a bullshit artist, absolute bullshit.
So he
artist.
shortchanged you when he fraudulently was saying that it was worth $150.
Yeah, even by his own standards, like that might be nitpicky, but it is what it is. That's a fact.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Because I wasn't even. So my reaction was the book was just trash. So I don't know any values until after you do the editing and all that stuff. It's just the book. I'd never heard of it. It could have been worth $25,000. I still would have said, "Yo, this shit is trash," just because I never heard of it or whatever.
Well, he wrote the value on it on a sticky note in that little lie. It's like, this book is undervalued.
The other thing too. Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Those Swordmasters at one time, I mean, basing everything off of last year, he was pretty big because he was supposed to be the new Iron Fist and whatever. And like those books were like, no lie, $400 or $500 at one point.
You know what? Between us, fuck Swordmaster. Don't tell nobody. No, but what my disappointment, it definitely wasn't in the value. Like I said, the book could have been worth $20. I don't see that until after the fact. Obviously, I never heard of it, but what took me back, I wasn't expecting a single slab. So never would I buy a $150 slab box because I don't collect modern slabs. So you're not gonna get like a Silver Age awesome slab for $150. Unless the person that you're buying it from is bad, and he sometimes puts those in his $50, $55 comic book mystery box, and he has some for sale right now. So I would jump on those.
Who could that be?
I think it's Mr. Nick's Kicks and Comics.
Check him out on Instagram.
$55 shipped.
See, but a $55 ship slab, if I got a Swordmaster, I will be fine because I'm expecting a modern slab variant exclusive, something like that. I'm not expecting that. Like I legit, and it wasn't advertised as a slab mystery box. So I expected my 10 raws. So then in my mind, as I'm opening it up, immediately I'm like, my video just went to shit. So I'm thinking the video first as opposed to what's in the box.
Marty, that's the best thing about watching Lynx's videos. His face. Just the disappointment sometimes of his face when he sees that's for me is gold.
No,
that's why we hate your channel.
Yeah, you should see my face right now.
We can't see you.
I think that's going to be DJ's Legion shirt. Just prop one up with him as the Swordmaster.
Do the one of his thumbnail where he looks really good from like 2 years ago, and then put Swordmaster in that slab.
Oh, holding it up, and I'm like,
this one.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one, Remy.
I would do a parody. I would make a parody, call it Douchemaster, but
What's so funny about that thumbnail is I didn't even notice it. Like I remember at one point DJ was like, "You need to go watch my first video," and I was like, "All right," and I just clicked it and didn't think about it. And then later he was like, "Look at how terrible this thumbnail is." Like he showed it to us,
and it's
like
funny.
that's what you landed on.
I watched his last two videos back to back. I watched his one thing where he gets these weird.
I've never watched any of yours.
Well, you don't have to watch it. I don't tell you to watch my freaking. I don't want you to watch my freaking videos. They're exclusive. They're only for me.
If your Kool-Aid Spider-Man is any indication of your video content, pass, sir. Pass.
It's special. My it's for special people. My content, but I watched the thing where you got those Kanto boxes in there, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" But you got good stuff in those boxes. It's not my thing, all those moderns, but at least you got good stuff. And then I see the Swordmaster thing. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh shit! You laughed. You're capable of laughing.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea you were capable of joy. That is amazing to find out on the Legion Hangout this morning, where you should tune in every Friday to see what other mysteries will be unboxed.
Hey, can I say how sexy your voice sounds right now?
I like woke up, brushed my teeth, and like sat down in this chair.
DJ Links.
DJ Links. Oh, can't get enough of your love, babe. My darling.
Oh, so next time I'll be in New York. I think in a few weeks, DJ, we're gonna take the ladies to Comic Journey's family's restaurant for dinner.
Biggie, pop your camera on for 1 second. You can pop it back off.
Let me
To verify a
know.
human.
That way I know I'm there.
All right, got you.
I don't need gyros.
And they don't have gyros.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to know tonight on In the Mix, I will be doing a full review of going out to dinner with Nick's. I will be doing a full breakdown and review of what it's like to go out to dinner on a Saturday night with Nick's Kicks and Comics.
It better be in the agenda then, because if it's not in the agenda, it's not going to happen.
He's got one thing that he's been waiting on all week to talk about.
I got drunk in like 2 seconds. Lynx is a sword master. Oh, I mean,
Paul Rogers, what's up? Hey, we do be Legion. Austin LeMay popped in here for a split second earlier. Don't know if he's still in here, but that reminded me. I just posted on Instagram and the Facebook as well what's going to be in the January Legion loot box. I'm going to show that off right now, but the gorgeous pieces from Legal Burning with the Jack Kirby right there.
That's awesome.
Legal Burning is next level.
Got Captain America with a certificate of authenticity in it, number 5 of 200.
Punching the newsie in the face.
Yeah, and then throwing in one of the Detective Comics facsimiles.
3.6 million.
Mm-hmm. Since Blue Beetle's coming, you got the first appearance of Ted Cord in Captain Atom 83. This is the modern comics printing of it. From Big Time Collectibles, you've got the Felipe Masafera Edge of Spider-Verse.
Damn, I hadn't seen that cover. That is fire.
Yeah, that's super dope.
That's fire as fuck. That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I've never
seen on the bottom.
Probably 37 first appearances in it. And then there's this Star Wars The Mandalorian. God, I can't remember who did this cover. But it's
that one's nice too.
KWL down in the corner there.
Something Lim.
Yeah.
Isn't it like Kunka Lim or something?
KWL Killed with Leeches. But the Mandalorian trailer just dropped. It was super dope. Then we have the Batman Joker Deadly Duo Miko Suion variant in the chromed out madness.
Jesus.
That's a wicked cover. The detail on that is just insane.
Kendrick Lim.
Michael Cornelius Suyon.
And then we have Exterminators by somebody, and it's the variant edition.
Wow, and this is all in one. This is all in one box.
Yeah, this is the January. And then for the kicker for the month.
You heard it right. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. How do I? You did hear it right. Oh, Jesus. The Something is Killing the Children, number 11, blank sketch done by the only Austin LeMay. Get that one of one goodness on there. I would love to keep this, but I love you guys even more.
How much is this box?
Actually, have an opportunity to get an Austin LeMay piece.
Yeah, that's like a $500 box, probably.
I haven't.
Not. Are you selling this
out? Yeah, but this is what's going to be given away the first Sunday of
given away. What do you mean?
Given away now?
Yeah. So if you are a channel member, hit the join button to become a channel member and get entered into the monthly giveaway. You do have to be a channel member to be entered into that. Obviously, I do a bunch of giveaways, but this is the channel member one, the big boy of the month.
Is outside? Oh,
so Austin originally had both of those the children books because I already gave away the Erica one.
Yep.
But he had the set of them listed up on his IG for a bunch of money, and he gave me a great deal on them. Told him I was going to be putting them in the Legion loot box after he gave me the great deal.
Do you remember who won the Erica one? It was a while ago. It was 6 months, maybe more.
No, I think it was the October Legion League box.
Yeah, that was like 6 months ago, right?
Yeah, 6 months ago. I don't remember who won it though.
I don't either.
I'd have to go back and look. I'm curious now. I would check my IG, but that IG doesn't exist anymore. Another thing, thank you to everyone who's been following the new IG account. It's over 500 in just at a month, so that's pretty cool.
What happened to your old IG account?
It vanished.
IG hates them, apparently. They're not Legion.
They're not Legion at all.
Every couple months, Mark starts a new one and then rebuilds.
Just for fun?
Yeah.
So that's why we're on the 17th iteration of this one.
Yeah. Check them out next month on Legion of Comics 18.
Yeah.
See if we get hit 600 in 30 days.
Then he'll be legal.
It's giving her good.
You can finally get your wish on Tyler.
Hey, Tyler, CGC does sports cards too, right?
Yep.
Hey, Nick, before I forget to ask you, I should hit you on IG for what are you doing, PayPal or Venmo or what are you doing?
Sent you a message, my man.
Real quick. Biggie, what is happening, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? Chilling. It's been a while since I've been here. The year has been pretty garbage for me because I've been sick since the New Year's Eve, but I've been feeling better now. Glad to be awake and watching Legion.
You got a comic collectors club hangout tonight, right?
I do. I'm hoping I get at least 4 or 5 people on the panel because I want to get some wrestling matches in tonight. It would be nice.
Is that at 8 o'clock?
It's at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Are they going to do exhibition matches? Or are they going to count for anything? Any titles?
It's going to be some Comic Collector Club Championship Triple C's. So there will be either individual or a Royal Rumble, but it's up to just figuring out when we get there. So far, Comic Collector Geek said he's in. So Hudat said he's going to show up, but he's probably not going to compete. So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. But Bleeker will probably show up. I'm sure a couple people will. Hopefully Doc or somebody.
Now, what do you do challenges? All right, Remy. Is it a chat vote or what is it?
Yeah, I think so. I might let the panel vote too. I'll have to see. It'll probably. Last time I tried to do this, it was a bust. So I'll probably bust again and just show books. But I'm just going to try because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
You should have Lady Fantastic on there to do
just heard her.
Another practice run and save face.
All right, Biggie. I've heard Comics Journey and Lady F both claim that they won on the hunt. Who won?
Well, Lady definitely won.
No, she won by fraudulent matters. After the recount, we know who won.
But
winner will win.
Yeah, well, Journey, his gimmick is to say he won anyway. That's what he said before, so he's sticking with it. But,
okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now the premise of the hunt is what books you picked up during the week to see who picked up the best books.
That it was loosely based on that in the beginning, but now it's just like whatever you got. And then there's like different categories for different belts. So if you're in the TV championship, it's supposed to be like a book you can get at a shop. But people break the rules. It's definitely a hill show. If you watch it, everybody on the show are bad guys and they try to cheat and shit a lot. So that's fun.
I see my boy Nick the Comic Nerd is on there a few times. Right?
Yeah, he's fucking busted me up a couple times. Old Nick has. I gotta get some revenge on him.
Butts?
Sorry?
Did you say he's sucking butts?
He said he's busted him up.
He's busted me up. Yeah.
Oh, he busted you up. I think you said he
didn't.
Butts.
No sucking nuts.
Massive language barrier happening here.
I have hearing problems.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Journey for fucking joining though, because it's hard to get people out of certain fucking areas of the community to join. So, you know, we got Dustin on a long time ago, about a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh wow, we got some new people coming in, and then it was just nobody else fucking came. And now a Journey came, so maybe some more people will start popping up. That would be pretty cool.
Did you show your face and everything, Journey, or did you do a hand gimmick?
You know what? I bring gradings everywhere I go. You know that they needed some star power, so they got it.
We don't need shit from you. That's dumb as fuck.
You say
we're fucking
that.
fine without you.
I took your little Ricky Dicky Federation and turned it into a big
okay.
global,
You keep talking shit.
Global conglomerate.
All right, man. That's why you got rolled.
He's Tony Khan, and he came in and just saved your company, is what he's saying.
Everybody's a hater. Everybody hates. Everybody hates the number one talent. You know, but hey, it's all right.
I tried to fucking say something nice to him. Like, oh well.
That
I said plenty of nice things to you. I didn't say anything negative about you. You know,
called the hunt rinky dink.
Well, you know,
that's my shit. I just got done saying thank you for joining us, motherfuckers. Open your ears.
He's working on a similar show, except it's not really a comic book competition. It's more like hunting people, like our ancestors did. And there are no rules. You don't hunt people.
I like that show. I'm gonna start watching that one.
Where the fuck did Tyler go? Oh, I see him. Okay,
He's right
I thought he took off.
Mm-mm. We're almost hitting the 3-hour mark, so it's getting to the point where I'm about to leave it in Tyler's hands unless he wants to hop off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Why would you ever leave anything in Tyler's hands?
Same reason you put your dick in it. They're soft.
I'm looking forward to going back to Half Price Books. They had some pretty good stuff there last night.
Dude, that's like the Second and Charles kind of store, right?
Yeah, man. Look. Oh, I showed you this one. Right?
Last handful of times I went, it's just been nothing but nothing.
This was a hotter book last year, but this is the variant for first appearance of Loki as a female.
She looks like a dude right there.
I did not get my ass whooped.
Okay, hold on, slow down. So, Loki as a female.
Yeah.
Okay, well that shit happened like in the 90s. That might be the first cover or something, but it was an annual.
Well, there's a difference between like the method in which, like, if it's a little story where Loki gets turned into a female versus like the actual female Loki from it. You know what I mean?
I don't. I have to look into it. I didn't know about that book. I just know about the old one. I have to see what it's all about. I know what you're saying, though. I hear your scenario.
It's kind of like what they've done with Peggy Carter. Like you have the Exiles book where that's not like it's meant to be the same version of Peggy Carter, Captain America, as like the one from the Avengers Forever book. You know what I mean? Different characters.
Hey, Nick, is that an original, like from the 80s, Dragon Lair? No, right?
That was based on, I think it was from the 90s, but they had number one. They wanted $50 for it. I wasn't about to pay that. But this one is under 8,000 print run. Number two, $3. Number three, another one under 7,500, I think. And they've got a Ryan Reynolds show on Netflix soon.
Are you actually selling those, or did you just buy those?
I just bought them last night.
Those are good buys, those Dragon Lairs.
Now, this one in particular, if you find it, it's a regular cover, and you see this is a newsstand. But this book is famous for having a recall because there was a anti-Semitic slur in here that rhymes with Pike. And if you find that book in a newsstand, it's like a $200 book.
Damn.
So this is not that one. This is the recalled edition, but you gotta be on the lookout for this one. So
I got some.
You have anything else racist to say? Or are you good for now?
No, I didn't say anything racist. That's why I just figured I'd take up since Tyler's not here.
Oh, Andy.
Shit.
Okay, I got some packages showing up today. I'm excited.
And I have to make a video, but this is what I picked up from CBCS yesterday.
Big Nosh is in the building. What is going on, brother?
Gosh.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, dude.
This is ASM 9, done by Scotty Young, signed by the man.
It's a fun book to have, even though it's Scotty Young.
Drax said, "You know the word, Nick. I just said it in my head."
Hey, listen, I heard
You
what you
made me do
did
that.
at Terrificon, so I'm not gonna. This is Caliber Presents #1.
Yeah.
First camera appearance of the Crow, but you might notice something different.
Yeah, it's slab backwards and it's a shitty grade.
Slab
What
backwards.
the fuck?
This is the back of it.
Wasn't that supposed to be in the front?
Yeah, I asked them specifically to slab it this way.
Oh, it is on the front. My bad.
Yeah.
I got a buddy that's done that before. That's cool.
So sick.
Yeah, I had this remark done when I bought this book. It was an 8.5, but then after James O'Barr got to it, it's an 8.0. But it's got that cool remark now.
Yeah, it does.
That's badass.
What is going on, B. Ramey? How are you today?
Your face almost looks like a vest.
I also gave him this
This is why
one.
we can't have nice things.
Oh my lord.
This
My
is
buddy-
remarked by James O'Barr there.
That's nice.
Miko Sulian right there.
Jesus.
And right there, because there was a dirt spot, and Nelson from Big Time Collectibles asked Miko to draw feathers over it so I can get a 9.8.
Nelson's the shit.
My buddy Tony loves the Crow. I'm gonna have to point him in your direction. Show him the book.
9.8. There you go.
Like, is that mean that my Caliber Presents is now a higher grade than yours?
Yours is?
I think mine's an 8.5, isn't it?
I got some cool books yesterday, Legion. Let me show you guys.
Make you big. Hold on. There you go.
So I got that dope Clayton Crane for like $6.
AKA Mrs. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody know what this is? Y'all know what that is?
First appearance of the Thing as a girl.
Fantastic Four.
John Byrne for sure.
It's a printing error.
Nice.
It was
No.
printed ways.
You see that little red mark there at the bottom?
Is it blood?
It's it's the Lakeshore tattoos. So I could take the tattoo kit out and put it with my first Hobgoblin is the point.
No,
of this
Nick,
book.
mine's an 8.0 also.
And then I got this sick ass George Perez cover, and it's homaging the Beatles. This might be
That's
the best
cool.
one. Yeah.
Where'd you find all these at your LCS, or do you have a shop like Half Price Books?
No, yeah, my LCS has some books in the back, and I've been slowly getting to them, but it hasn't been easy. So it was like my second time back there. The first time I got to them, I found like
We all make sacrifices.
some shit, and then I found those today or yesterday. So
Feeling like shit due to getting off at 1 a.m., but I'm good. Glad to hear you're good. That's the part I'm focusing on there. Those are some dope books, Biggie.
they were, man. I was pretty happy with those.
You don't see that one just floating around often.
No, it's fucking gnarly as shit, especially being like a Beatles homage, and it's got JLA and Avengers together, and FF. You know, I don't know if that, it says JLA and Avengers on the eBay listing, but I'm not seeing a bunch of Avengers. I see like the Thing and Beast and shit. I guess he was on the team at one point, so it's Thing, but I don't know. Still interesting to see Marvel and DC together.
Well, I was just mentioning while you were off, Tyler, it's just past the 3-hour mark, so I'm about to be hopping off. If you want to carry the stream, you're more than welcome to. If you want to stay and hang out, I might pop back in, but I do have to get some stuff done.
Yeah, I'll stay on. I don't know if it'll be too long, maybe like half hour, but I can stay on for longer.
Thing looked like Danny DeVito is the trash man. Probably the most fiercest wrestler out there. He won. I won. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Later, man. So what's up with Chip, guys? Do you guys know anything, or is it too personal to discuss?
No, we do not know.
Don't know anything.
It's on his profile. If you've seen his YouTube, that's
Yes.
literally what we know.
Okay. It sounds like some blackmail extortion type shit to me.
I guarantee you that's what it is.
I don't know if I would guarantee it. I mean, what the
Guaranteed.
fuck?
No, I hope he's all right, but somebody said something according to his YouTube and it upset him. So
What the fuck, bro? That's fucking crazy. I mean, it's bound to happen that we're going to know a fucking scuzzball eventually, but I don't know that he's a scuzzball. I'm just saying, like, it's probably going to happen eventually. Did y'all see that that seller coming back, that Ray dude, the really old guy from like 3 years ago that sold all them mystery boxes and people were pissed off? You remember that story?
no.
No, there was a really old dude, and he used to fuck with Captain Comics. You know Captain Comics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that it was like his homie, and I'm not gonna say no names, but people bought mystery boxes, and they were valued a certain amount. I think I talked to Legion before, but so he's back, and people are like trying to tell people not to buy from him. If you see a really like 80 or 90-year-old dude selling mystery boxes, just remember what I was telling you.
My question is, if you buy a mystery box from him, are you guaranteed to win a Swordmaster #1?
I don't believe so.
I'm out.
You'd be lucky to win a Swordmaster.
You'd be lucky if you get your books.
Oh, here you go. Miss So I talked to Chip's wife on IG last night. All she would say is he's taking a break. He still wants to meet up with me and Taylor at our local comic shop eventually, but not sure when. Okay. Well, that's more.
Just taking a break.
than I
What the
know.
fuck? Then why the fuck would you delete your videos?
Yeah, that's what.
So maybe he's just tired of getting the nonsense. People just hitting him with nonsense.
What is he, Ross and Rachel taking a break?
I mean, he got overwhelmed with acceptance. Like, you guys remember that, right? Like, it was just like every fucking video, subscribe to Chip Gettler. Maybe like the fucking come down off of that was too hard for him. You know, it's like getting high or something.
Yeah, well, he's branched out too into a few different, like the action figure community and the what was the other
Let
one?
me look up. Hold on.
Video games. So I don't know if they're as welcoming or as nice as we are.
No.
So he deleted everything off of his IG. Maybe he deleted it completely, and he deleted all of his videos.
There's a reason why I hang out with comics people and not action figure people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
because they don't like you.
That's the that's the main reason.
I tried. I hear what Justin's saying, dude. There was this show, and I was like, oh wow, they fucking like have a panel, and people from the community hang out with them and shit. And I was like, I'm gonna try to get to know these guys, and they were super like ice cold and nasty. It's not like comic people. It's completely different.
I have why with action figures.
Yeah, they're like really entitled.
Super. That's a good way to say it.
That is hilarious.
I don't know. I consider them to be like constipated. They're all backed up for some reason. They got no sense of humor.
They treat the chat like actual consumers and shit, like they're gods and something. It's just really fucking cringe.
That makes no sense to me.
It's crazy, bro. It's
They
crazy,
flip
though.
out when they see me open up freaking boxes and play with the toys. They lose their freaking
Now,
mind.
I only tried to fuck with like 4 or 5 of them, but all of them were kind of like that. They all had their channels. They all had like 5,000-10,000 views. They would do the cool like Transformer toys and shit. I was just like, man, these guys are pretty cool. And then once I got in the chat, it was like they only recognized 3 or 4 people, and they weren't welcoming, if you could say that. Like, they just didn't give a fuck. Unless you knew them and knew them well, they didn't fuck with you.
You know how some comic collectors actually open up and read their comics? You know, like some. I've never seen anybody like scrutinize and shun anybody for reading a comic, even if it's a high value comic. They're enjoying it. It's their hobby. They love it. They're reading it. They're opening it. You go to one of these toy freaks and you open up one of their boxes, they're gonna freaking lose their minds. They're gonna lose their minds.
The video game people, they're not that fucking bad. Like, I know some video game people, they're okay.
Yeah,
Not the worst.
and just to be clear, there are some toy action figure channels out there that are really good, and I enjoy. It just they're far and few between.
And the video game people, they're all freaking droned out with the freaking playing those video games all day, 24.
Well,
I can't watch somebody playing the same game over and over again for 24-hour marathon on Twitch or on freaking YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like old.
we're a fucking abnormally, dude, if I'm saying that right.
Anomaly.
Yeah, like the abnormally.
Like the corrected.
No, it's anomaly.
Anomaly. Oh, thank you, babe. So there isn't a bunch of groups of fucking people on YouTube that fuck with each other like we do. I haven't seen it anywhere. Maybe what's the closest thing to it? Pops.
They have no freaking sense of humor. Not that you guys have sense of humor.
I don't know.
Not everybody gets my humor, but at least you tolerate it sometimes.
No one gets.
You got humor?
Yeah, I didn't know you were supposed to be funny, but
well,
I can't imagine, like Comic Journey was just saying, watching somebody do the same thing over and over. Like that's just got to be really rough.
As
that
opposed to
somebody would do the same shtick.
As opposed to this is just gold, right?
Because Comic Journey doesn't do the same thing. I tell you that.
Sometimes it gets really rough.
Like
And sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes
like abnormal. Yes,
anomaly. Yeah, I think that's the word. Spider-Man.
Anomaly. The B is silent. The B is silent.
It is.
Wait, where's the B?
I thought it was in there somewhere.
And I'm trying to think of a word where the B actually is silent.
Dumb. D-U-M.
I wish Legion was here, man. I just saw this.
Baby Bjorn.
Probably is silent B.
Probably.
Like that's probably gonna happen.
Probably.
So I saw this story about like actors that have fuck ups on sets. And good old Tom Cruise, Mr. Maverick to himself, he's so fucking good in his elder age, right? So the motherfucker talked the stunt driver and this instructor into doing this low flying fucking stunt in the jungle, and they crashed and died. Like, come on, fam. Like, what the fuck, bro? He's talking people into doing stunts he don't want to do, first off. And second off, he's reckless, and why ain't people back? The power of Scientology is a motherfucker because nobody's got a bad thing to say about him. But look it up.
Wait, are you talking about Tropic Thunder?
Might very well get in trouble for that. Alec Baldwin is in trouble for manslaughter.
Yeah, I don't think you should be talking negatively about Scientology and Tom Cruise on this channel. You get Legion canceled. They're going to get you.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know what movie it was. It wasn't Maverick, but it was like a jungle movie where they were stranded, I think. I don't know if the movie's going to get took out now or not. But it was recent. It was like fucking 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Lady F is the best.
You
I'm
sure
sticking
it
with
was
Tropic Thunder.
That's what I'm thinking. It had to be Tropic Thunder.
He was on a fucking boat. Are you talking about Hogan's TV show or are you talking about Thor's movie?
No, was there a movie called Tropic Thunder with him and Ben
it was
Stiller?
Robert Downey Jr., but I don't think he did any stunts in that movie. Unless you call dancing a stunt.
Well, Robert Downey Jr. did a stunt in that movie. I don't know how he got away with that.
You hold the phone up to you, and I will literally fuck your face. That's Tom Cruise cameo all the time.
I think that's his best acting job of all time. I didn't even know it was him until I saw the credits.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I think there was actually talk of a spinoff.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about. God damn it. It took me 20 minutes. The fucking Ben Stiller movie.
Les Grossman?
Yeah, that was his best character. I agree. I like that one in Cocktails. Cocktails is pretty good.
He was good.
Cocktails is also with a B somewhere.
I had my boy Sam, what's his name? Mustache dude.
Elliot.
Sam Elliott. But no, he wasn't in that. He wasn't in that movie. My fault.
The dude. That's
Risky Business was pretty good.
doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, him and his drawers.
Hey, anytime you watch a movie about turning your house into a whorehouse, it's pretty good.
I don't know.
Apparently,
Tell you the truth,
Marty likes bashing on Tom Cruise, so let's keep bashing on him.
I've been more into these hip hop murders lately on YouTube than comic channels.
How
Like with
is
take off.
that community?
How's that community? It's fucking amazing. There was like a FBI, CIA agent trying to infiltrate the panel, and we ended up catching him. It's my guy Ratchet TV. We talk about the YSL, Young Thug. I've been on the panel like 8 or 9 times this year. I hop on all the time, and we talk about the Takeoff murder and Jay Prince Sr. Well, anyways, this chick, this like white chick, we called her Snowfall. She would hop on, and then like she was like trying to flirt with Ratchet. She was on a couple shows. We'll come to find out she's like she has a keeper that works with Jay Prince. So, and now people are trying to sue him. So it's pretty fun.
This would make a great comic book. I don't know what any of this means, but
yeah, I was about to say you're speaking another language to me.
Yeah,
it's fucking fantastic. It's fucking fantastic. I was on the panel with the chick. She was talking about like working in DC, and she knew Jeb Bush Jr. And then we found all these fucking pictures of her, and he does like receipts, and he calls out all these assholes in this community. That community is super toxic, bro. They don't collab with each other at all.
Oh, you want to talk toxic? Go on to one of these angry divorced men channels. Those are the best. You got to see some of the chats that are in those. That's what you want to.
Angry divorced men. What are you a part of that fucking group or something? There, Journey.
Comic Journey all of a sudden dropping down.
I'm the rig leader. I don't play that. But
I was just wondering.
I started that whole subgenre.
Yeah,
Angry.
before it was just divorced men, and then he added the angry part.
Angry, yeah. At one point, it was happily divorced men, and then
they all have a shrine of Jordan Peterson that that's a.
Hey, I love JP.
He's awesome.
I think 2023 is going to be the year of either people liquidating their comics or just not buying as much, because people have like they're not getting the same endorphins as they did before. Like I have friends that haven't got shit in a year. Then I got friends that haven't got shit in 6 months. I'm into like I haven't got shit in 2 months category. But I have noticed like a lot of people's goals ain't big books. They're like I was watching Bruce and Stephanie, and half of his goals was just getting like short boxes and putting books up. So, you know, it's just kind of interesting. And I'm not mad at it. I think it's pretty smart. Like sometimes you need to go through your collection, get some new boards and bags on your books, get some new short boxes and shit, and just appreciate what you got.
All right. Mark, I'm not angrily divorced. I am happily divorced. However, I am an angry man.
Also angry, yeah.
There's a distinct difference.
What was you going to say, Justin, before Journey started blabbering bullshit?
Crap, I don't even. What were you saying, Biggie?
You said or whenever I said people were going to start.
The short box thing. And
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Or what you could do is follow me on Instagram at Justin_Birch_letters and buy some of these hot toys so that I can buy an Amazing Spider-Man #1. That would be great. Thanks.
Yeah, I've seen you working on that ASM one. That's cool, man.
Yeah, you're right. 22 Comics. The MCU needs to make a comeback and make good stuff. Do you think that's part of it? MCU
we're a movie
just not
away.
Being good.
No, we're like one good movie away from the shit firing back up. We just haven't had the greatest movies.
I think Ant-Man's gonna be fire.
I do too,
we'll
dude.
see, but I think it's gonna be.
I hate fucking Kang, dude, but that shit looks like it could be good as fuck. Maybe Kang will like. I'm hoping that he's a little more strong than he was in the TV show. That's what they're saying. They killed him in the TV show, so he's gonna come back stronger. So I want to see strong fucking Kang, because that Kang I did not like. I did not like TV.
That was like not even really Kang. It was kind of like the beginning, right? Wasn't that like the one who Nick knows? What's it? What was his
one
name?
above all?
The one above all. There you go. So, yeah, that was just like a beginning variant, and I just think we're gonna get some awesome shit. Oh yeah, and did you know MODOK is? I don't know if it's technically MODOK. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not.
Oh, Kirby.
But it's played by the guy that was the Bumblebee guy in the first one.
Yellow Jacket and Darren Cross.
Yeah, that's what I said. So
He Who Remains, that's what it was. One above all is an Immortal Hulk thing, was it?
So Bumblebee Man, he's gonna be, what's his name again? Darren.
It's
Darren Cross.
Bumblebee Man. That sounds better.
Yeah, Bumblebee Man. He's actually gonna be MODOK, or maybe he died and went to the Nether Realm. Isn't that what it's called? And then he's gonna be MODOK.
I love MODOK. I've kept my first MODOK since I first started collecting. It's always been like $100 book raw, but it should be worth more money than that because it's a fucking Silver Age Cap, one of his main villains. I think people look at MODOK as in a comical way, but it would be kind of terrifying having a giant head with weapons come at you. I guess, you know, not scary as Red Skull or nothing, but
honestly, I think it's going to be okay of a movie. I don't think it's going to be as great as people say it's going to be.
Oh, dude.
I'm betting Guardians is going to be better than people are expecting. They're letting their guards down on Guardians.
Good too.
And I think
Guardians,
that's the one that's going to be the watch of the year.
But why? But why, Journey?
I'll tell you why. Because I think something really significant is going to happen. I think they're going to kill off Drax.
No.
Well, all right.
You dumb motherfucker.
Right. All right. All right, you Sasquatch.
No, we don't know. We're just speculating.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Write it down and put it in your little chronicle.
What else you gonna say?
I'm telling you.
Norrin says it too.
Why is it Drax? It's fucking Rocket, you dumb fucks. It's fucking Rocket.
Both.
Are you out of your mind? Do you really think that they're going to
kill fucking Rocket?
Character like Rocket when they could make
absolutely. They already killed. Oh no, they didn't kill Drax. They killed Groot. Okay.
They're going to make money off of Rocket and Groot for years and years to come.
I didn't know about this Drax rumor. I just knew about Rocket. But yeah, absolutely. They're going to kill a character, and that movie's going to be the big one.
Batista's not coming back. It's already been claimed. There's going to be some significant death in there. Who do you think it's going to be? It's going to be Drax.
It's going to be fucking Rocket, bro.
Drax, well, it's going to be Drax for sure too. I mean, because he doesn't want to do that character.
He don't want to come back. I heard that too.
He said he wants to be done.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to.
That don't mean nothing.
You know, they're going to start up Gamora again, hot and heavy with Star-Lord again. It's gonna be a good movie all around. Yeah, and they're going to and I guarantee you they're going to introduce another sleeper character that nobody's even talking about. Everybody's got their eyes on Adam Warlock and Pip the Troll and all that stuff. They're going to.
I need to get some Warlock books, man. I got to get some Warlock books.
Some weird ass cosmic character that nobody's even thinking about, and everybody's going to go berserk.
I got everything but Warlock and Groot. That's like the two that are hard to get.
That Groot's a rough one.
They're not hard to get. The Warlocks are not hard to get. They're expensive, but they're not hard to get.
Well, when you don't got money, it's hard to get.
It's hard for me to spend like $500 on that book when there's other shit out there. That's why I've got a bunch of other shit besides that. I only got a few. I got Warlock 9. I think that's the best cover from the run.
Warlock spec. That's the problem with Warlock. There's too many.
What's the book? What is the book?
That's the problem. Which one is it? Is it FF67?
It's the fucking Thor book.
Why not FF67?
It's not 67 because it's a dumbass cocoon.
Yeah. Why isn't it Warlock? Why isn't it the Power Warlock 1 where he's actually named Warlock for the first time?
It should be the Thor book, but people give the FF a little too much credit.
But that's where he first appeared.
No, it ain't.
Sure, it is.
No, it ain't. His first full was in Thor, and he was actually the character. The the fucking FF book, he was a fucking cocoon, my guy.
And he comes out of it.
I had to like for a couple panels, I think. I don't know when he comes out. When does he come out? At the end, or it's probably at the beginning. But when the cover shows a goddamn cocoon, that's all that matters.
But then again, even in the Thor ones, he's not even named Warlock until you get to the Power Warlock. That's when he gets first named.
I kind of like Warlock 1 too. So you can't really leave Warlock 1 out of the FF and the Thor conversation because the Warlock 1's pretty dope.
What about Marvel Feature? What about that?
Right.
It's screwed up a speculation character. Like really screwed up. Like you don't know which is the book for him.
I don't know the Marvel Feature.
Yeah, he was in Marvel Feature before Power Warlock. So
was it just Marvel? Was it? Hold on, slow down. So it was Marvel Feature presents Warlock #1, right?
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So you go from FF to Thor to Marvel Feature to Power Warlock.
I kind of like the Marvel Features the best because it looks like the best cover.
So completely screwed up specs. So anybody that's speculating on Warlock, good luck.
Well, real OGs get them all.
Yeah, if you're die hard about it, or if you really like that invested into it, go get them all.
I got enough. I don't need fucking Warlock 2.
But Thor 165 went through the freaking nose, and I'm not that convinced about it.
I like the character. I'm not committed enough.
I actually like the cover 166 better, where they're punching each other in the face.
I tell you, the book I'm bugging out about right now is the first Silver Surfer because I don't have enough first Silver Age keys, like first Silver Age superhero first appearances. So, like the best first appearance Silver Age superhero I have is probably Black Panther or Swamp Thing, if you consider him a hero. So that's like my only two cool. I got a lot of villains. I just don't have that superhero category is tough, dude.
You want to hear something funny about that Silver Surfer? For years upon years, that was like a nothing comic. Like for Silver Age,
it's gotten back down to where you can get one for like $800. That's why I'm trying to get it.
I'm talking about you could get a Silver Surfer #1 in decent condition for like $100 in a comic shop. Like nobody wanted it.
No, I'm talking about FF48. FF48's always had a premium.
No, but I'm talking about Silver Surfer 1. That one has gone up very high for like a comic that nobody wanted for years.
Yeah, I had to get one. I love Surfer 1. That's a good book.
48, you got to be careful of. There's a lot of copies floating around, a lot more than people think. There was a big warehouse find in the 90s that people forgot about.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It was a huge.
With FF48.
48.
I'll be damned.
For that, Hulk 181 was another one that they had a warehouse find in.
Oh, that's one of the most printed fucking books there are. That's a huge printing book. Yeah. That's the most overpriced shit there is.
Silver Age were they're way more printed than the books are today. They were printed in the freaking millions back then.
Yeah, but finding them is the fight because people get bored and they throw them away and shit, man.
And that's another book that's a little bit questionable how much they're putting into the 48. And 49 and 48 have a big balance difference in values. I don't think it should be that big of a difference between the two books because 49 is actually the first full appearance of Galactus.
I guess, dude.
So it's kind of weird. 50 was always the shit book. And that one's even worth a lot of money now.
Yeah, I don't really care for that one too much.
Like literally, like the cover looks like shit. It's like brown.
I got 49 because it was about half as hard to get 48. That's why I got 49 first. It's just the easier book to get. But to be honest though, bro, like I look at FF48 like both of their first appearances. It's a huge book. The cover isn't as good as 49, but it is the first Galactus and first Silver Surfer all in one fucking book, Doug.
Oh, you're right.
A friend of mine got a 48 at an 8.0 essentially for free.
You got a 48 for free?
No, a friend of mine was helping his his boy clean out the basement after Sandy. He was like, "Yo, there's a whole bunch of comic books over there. If you want, you can take them." In that box was an FF48, which wound up grading out to an 8.0. First Black FF52, Daredevil 43, a whole bunch of Silver Age stuff. It was like a $15,000 box.
Nice.
For 2 hours of cleaning out a basement.
Nice. I know a guy that lives in my town. If you ever met him, he smells like pure asshole breath. Like it's the most nasty breath. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Repeat that?
Anyways,
asshole breath, is that like a new term that we?
It's like the worst diarrhea shit smell you can imagine, and it's coming out of his fucking mouth. It's coming out of his mouth when he talks to you. So
you need a T-shirt of that, like right now.
So he tells me he knew this elderly couple in a fucking trailer park, and they were throwing their comics away or some shit, and he got a first fucking Wonder Woman, a fucking Batman 1. He got like $250,000 worth of the craziest shit you could think of, bro. And I didn't believe him, but the LCS lady says he brings them in, and I have seen him bring in old books. So
is that because of his asshole breath that he got that opportunity?
I don't know what the fuck he did to get these books, bro, but I almost felt like hiring like a hooker to fuck him and find out where he lives and like fucking rob the dude, because it's insane, bro.
Actually, that actually sounds like a really good idea. Maybe we could all go in on this.
Yeah, I can fight a whore, and he don't get no pussy, obviously, and somehow pay her to fuck him.
Maybe he's got an ASM 1 for Justin too.
He's got good books, bro. I'm super jealous of this guy.
We could definitely work something out where we we could make a draft.
I could put a wig on.
As long as he hasn't breathed on it.
I just can't. I just don't know how you find like a first Wonder Woman and a Wonder Woman 1 and a fucking Batman 1. Like, how does that fucking happen, bro? It's crazy.
A collector had it in the box.
I would love to see the face on the CGC graders that open up the box with the asshole breath.
Dude, people. I don't know if y'all know like old people like I do, but like people will store shit in their house, and then they'll die, and then it'll be on the fucking street, straight up. Like, and that's probably what kind of happened with that situation, I would guess. And the shit was going in the trash, and he just took it.
When I die, I want to be burned like Viking funeral style on all of my comics.
See, that's what happened with most of my first.
I'll be there.
It went out.
The
street.
So, lighting the match.
I'll light it.
I want my kid to be able to sell my books to a reputable drug dealer and get a nice pack of coke and fuck some horse. That's what I'm hoping. And stuff with my books.
Put it in your will.
Yeah. Only way you could sell these books is if you're doing hardcore drugs and fucking horse.
At the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the American way. That's the real reality.
I'm still stuck on that asshole breath. You know.
Have y'all ever met somebody that stunk so bad that you couldn't be like 3 feet around them?
Yeah, I mean, I met Nick in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine can be pretty bad sometimes.
I mean, I smoke a lot of cigarettes. I don't have the greatest breath. I'll be the first to admit it. But this dude's breath was.
It could be bad, but is it asshole breath? That's
yeah.
The dude
like an upgrade.
Yeah, the dude don't even smoke, and his shit smells like that. So I don't know.
Never really had my nose that close to an asshole either. So I don't know.
Oh, you haven't?
I find it.
Journey's like, what?
Yeah. My girlfriend was trying to tell me she ate my asshole before. I was like, no, you didn't. Motherfucker, that never happened to me. And she was like, oh, yeah.
It's been a good stream.
Nick, you got to go on those angry divorced men sites.
Yeah, I'm saying, shit, I'm missing out. Yeah, I think Mark left and he's just like, whatever. Tyler, get a hold of it. God damn it.
We are Legion.
Whole bunch of cunning linguists here on the panel.
I got my kids fucking trampoline in my living room. If you guys don't know, so he took over the crib.
Know that.
Yeah, it's fun, and he's getting old enough to where he enjoys it. He's in there screaming.
Does he hit his head on the ceiling? Like that's got to be close.
No, not yet. He don't even really get like 2 feet up in the air, but he will hop on it for like an hour at a time. So that's cool. Like I'm glad he's doing that. He's just now getting to play his basketball, and I got all this shit way too early. Like he was 3 years old. He couldn't fucking use half the shit he got. So I got my fucking wife beater on today, Tyler.
I see that. I don't know why you pointed that out to me, but
because you're the only one halfway looking at the screen. Nobody's even looking.
Well, I'm looking. I'm looking.
We're looking.
Okay.
I'm still shopping for comics.
I'm just, good. My mind is wandering. Ever since you said asshole bread, my mind's going a million different places. So.
I got a chain on, but it's like my beard is too fucking big to show it.
It doesn't take a lot to keep me quiet, but you definitely said something that got me thinking.
I could say a lot of shit. Y'all, you wouldn't believe the shit I don't say, bro. I say wild shit, dog.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I come up with a lot of shit I could think of, and then I'm like, I better sleep on that one.
You have recommendations?
Oh, Jesus.
There's some requests for you to jump on that trampoline, huh?
Is there? Yeah. It's a fucking cool one, man. I don't know if I ever take it down. I need to take it, but he's just now enjoying it, like I said. So I guess I gotta let it fucking sit for a while.
Roscoe's asking you to show us how it works.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm good. I would probably break the damn thing. I don't know if it can handle me. When I get a really good book, sometimes I'll get in there and hop with it. But
what was it like? Was it the George Lopez show? Am I crazy? The girls jumping on the trampoline intro? I might be wrong.
No, you're right. It was the Man Show.
Oh, the Man Show. I remember that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Sarah? What's her name? Sarah Underwood.
I don't know. But I just imagine Biggie replacing that girl jumping on the trampoline. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
What is that, tequila?
I think when I got my Hulk 2, I jumped in there.
I'm going to look it up. Apparently, I'm the only person that... I remember waking up at like 4 a.m. as a kid.
Adam Carolla, right? Adam Carolla and...
Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Kimmel is all woke and shit now, but he was doing that show. It's like, he's the biggest hypocrite I've ever met.
It was the George Lopez show.
Oh, was it Lopez? He did a show too. Yeah, it was like bashing. We're not bashing, but stereotyping Mexicans.
Lowrider. Thank you.
Yeah, that was the big. Oh no, I'm thinking of another Mexican comedian. I'm sorry.
I don't think I ever watched the George Lopez show, but you know how like you have the TV on, and you wake up in the morning as a kid, and like that's just playing on the TV.
No,
I vaguely remember another Mexican comedian having a show, and he did a lot of stereotyping of Mexicans. I thought that was funny, but George Lopez was a little more vanilla, the way I remember.
I'm not sure what you're referencing, Esteban. I do not know this show you're talking about.
I love fucking referring to shit as vanilla. That's fucking hilarious.
It's gonna be.
Esteban's clearly intrigued with the assholes as well.
I'm not gonna lie, like asshole breath sounds like a bad Pokemon move.
Honestly,
well, I think it's one of those things where God is good to us, and so this guy finding those first Wonder Woman and first Batman and Joker and Superman books, where the fuck you found, gave him a handicap. So he has this diarrhea breath.
Is it a handicap or is it a gift? Don't tell
that. Yeah, it is. It might be a gift.
I think it's a gift for us. For me.
If you have a handicap, that like you sometimes, like a lot of times, you can't fix that. This guy could fix his asshole breath by brushing.
I would hope he could.
There you go, Esteban.
I don't know if he could fix it, man. It would probably melt the toothbrush if he fucking stuck that shit in his mouth.
Well, Esteban, I'm not gay, but I am truly intrigued as well with these assholes. So I'm a curious guy.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be gay to be intrigued by this conversation.
So what books took the biggest hit last year? So obviously Morbius.
I got a better question. Would you want to be that one X-Men with the asshole breath power?
I already said it before. It's not a power. It's a thing for us to be able to go to sleep at night. That this dude has all these free books, but his breath does smell like shit. So I at least have that.
So you're saying I could be on the X-Men team, but my power would be asshole breath?
Absolutely.
I would make that trade. I would do that.
You're not gonna
Would
get
you
his
want?
name be?
Oh, if you had the opportunity to have a Batman 1, a first Wonder Woman, would you take them on the agreeance that your breath smells like pure asshole? Would you do that?
No.
I wouldn't do that.
Am I already married?
I feel like that wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, there's a thing called divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be one person in the world.
You anymore, and that'd be even horrible.
Yeah, and a lot of marriages ain't fucking great either. So sure, you could be married. I couldn't do it, man. I would not take the books. What about losing a finger?
What would your X name be, JB, if you had that on the X-Men? Would it just be
Nick,
like Pennsylvania?
If you could replace your fucking digit, if you could replace your digit, would you replace it for your collection?
My X-Men name would be AB.
AB?
AB.
JB with the AB?
AB.
Asshole breath.
Asshole breath.
That still sounds better than gold balls.
What kind of book would it take for you to replace your digit? Like, what kind of book if you could trade in a book today to get your finger back, what would you trade?
Nothing, right? I mean,
no.
I get what he's saying though.
I mean, I'm not missing my finger, but if I was, I think he still lives his life normally.
He's not happy about it.
I ask real questions. Like, that's a real question, man. I don't know why anybody never asked that.
Up in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I would trade that as well.
Yeah.
I tried to leak on it a little for you.
Yeah.
If I was missing a fucking piece of my finger, I would probably trade a pretty good book. I'd almost trade like.
Wait, which finger are we talking about? I thought we were talking about a different finger.
That one.
Your fucking index. You never knew which finger it was. Okay, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought you were talking about a theoretical other finger, like what he had to give up.
Okay, yeah.
Now, would I give up a finger for a book?
Yeah, that would be a better question, I think.
Okay. Well, I'm going straight to the fucking source, so I was asking the right way. But yeah, what book would you trade for a finger? I wouldn't trade for.
Yeah, no. It would also depend on how I'm giving that finger up.
Which finger?
Like a dog bite? Nah, that wouldn't be fun.
If I'm not even.
I think you guys are undervaluing the value of a fucking finger. I don't think any book is worth.
I've never heard Nick say like he misses his finger more than anything.
Undervaluing something I have 10 of? That's impossible.
You need them though, man.
Yeah. I know.
Oh well.
I know you need them.
You don't need all of them.
No, I don't. I think I could live my life without one of them.
Well, did you get like an effect? Like after you lost half your finger, did the rest of your fingers become stronger? Like Daredevil?
Well, I mean, probably because you use them more, so you have to like make up for that missing one.
Listen, the only impact this has had on my life really is I can't play guitar.
Well, I
Oh,
could
okay.
if I flipped it and played left-handed.
Yeah,
I probably could.
I don't know why that would stop you with your finger the way it is, though. Is there like a sensation missing I didn't know about?
When you shake people's hands, do you take like your half finger and like start rubbing them and like?
No, I take this finger and I rub them. I don't know if anybody else knows what that means, though.
Oh, I know what that
means something different in Texas, I think.
Well, there's another.
Yeah, I don't know if I would give up. Say if ASM Manual won, that's the book I really want. If they said I can give a finger for like a 9.8.
Oh, you wouldn't do it, bro. You can't do it. And like, a piece of a finger as opposed to a whole finger is a whole different discussion. Like what Nick has isn't that bad.
No,
like he just has a little piece of a finger. Like a whole finger, though, bro. That is brutal, dog.
Like these two pinkies have been cracked because of basketball, like the past 3 years, and they give me pain every day. I could cut these off and be happy because they cause me pain every day. But I don't know if I'd still do it.
What kind of book could I get if I traded one of my kids' fingers?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, any book you could think of is the way I would imagine.
Whatever you'd want.
Oh, then I'd make that trade 12
Would
times.
you give up a whole hand for?
Would you?
an AF-15?
All right. So say the stipulation is you had to pick the finger and you had to cut it off for that book. Would you?
Do I also have to pick the kid?
Yes, you have to pick the kid. You have to pick the finger, and you have to do the deed. For an ASM one in the 9 somewhere.
Fuck it, 9.8.
Only one on the census.
Yeah.
Blue label, a yellow label with.
You're obviously joking.
Okay, so do you think like someone who was under the age of 2 would remember this sort of trauma for the rest of their life?
Yes.
Yeah, and they'll know you did.
Well, no, hold on. There's fucking kids that have like mutant claws where they have 6 or 7 digits, and they get them amputated anyway.
Well, yeah,
So,
if I had an extra
I
finger,
don't think
that's no brainer.
that's happening here.
that would be the only scenario I would even consider it. If my kid already had 6 fingers and I could give a fucking finger for a book, I would be like, okay.
But believe me, Esteban, we'll make a connection between the assholes and the fingers soon. But
Yeah, it's coming.
We're gonna get there.
Say it's a 9.8 ASM one signed by Ditko and Stanley.
Wait, gold label?
Gold label, already graded.
Does it have Stanley's little face on it?
All right, I'm trying to figure out a way I can justify this to myself, my wife, and my kid.
You could say you're going to sell it for him to go to college.
Now where the question?
Yeah, I know, but you could say it.
Where the question?
Hey, that's a good point. If I'm willing to chop off a finger to get a book from my kid, what does it matter if I'm telling the truth or not?
That's true. It's a lot of years away for college anyway.
Well,
you can just hope that kid's not very smart, and then you don't have to pay for it anyway because they don't get in.
The question gets more interesting whenever you ask, as opposed to a whole finger, a little piece like fucking Nick's. That's where the question gets interesting.
No, I think the question gets interesting when I'm offering my child's finger.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
And my wife had a hysterectomy, so I can't have children. Nick likes to bring that up. I think that's why he brought.
Oh, that's right. You did do that.
Yeah, that's what I brought up the fingers for, just to be certain.
It was a dig at me. I know, Nick.
Hey, can we use that finger that gets cut off to plug up the guy's asshole breath? No.
I don't think it'd be wide enough. You have to wide ass fingers.
Well, it depends on whose fingers they are. You know, some people got some real beefy fingers.
All right, Half Price Books is open. I'm leaving now.
All right, yeah, I'm getting off too.
Yeah, it's probably a good time
here. This is maybe the greatest
riveting conversation
we've had on this stream. So,
thank
you, everyone.
All right.
Like and subscribe. We are Legion. Does anyone want to plug anything before we go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to plug something. Okay. I am going to have a interview, a one